Because you don't have to objectify a woman because guess what?
I don't have to objectify you.
The same way you said, the women are tired.
I want a woman that will challenge me.
But you got brothers though, right? Now if your brother was sleeping with 5 different women, you're not giving him that same speech.
But if I want a different type of man, then I will have to put a little bit more effort into what I look like or how I'm carrying myself or even just the conversations that I'm having with them.
Welcome y'all to another episode of the Presidential Executive. What's going on? This is your boy right here, JB. This is my brother over here, El Presidente. Reg, what's going on this beautiful night, my guy?
Man, what it do? What's the good word?
Man, you know, like I said, just a little tired, but
Man,
you know.
Long day.
Yeah. Making it through, though. Making it through. But y'all know what to do. Before you do anything, go ahead and like this video, share, subscribe, do all of those things. We're wherever that you stream podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Stitcher. Okay. Rag, let's go ahead and get into what we got. Because we got a special guest here. Actually, you know, we talked to her a good bit ago about coming on.
Man.
You know what I mean? It's been a while. You know what I mean? But
we ain't gonna talk about the off-camera conversation. I had to break out the receipts.
It's okay.
Cause she busier than me. You know what I'm saying? El Presidente.
Stop the cap.
Yeah. She's very busy. She's very busy. But go ahead, man. Break it down for us, man.
She is she's an educator. She is an influencer. She's a blogger. She's a
vlogger too, or
blogger. She's
all the same thing.
Chef.
Sure, yeah.
You know, definitely, and I've frequented her businesses over the years, and like the food is amazing and exquisite.
Thank you.
Definitely got me through some of them Sundays when I was having to work. You know what I'm saying? I get off. You know, I had a good plate.
Right there.
But she is, grew up in the same church.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, our sister, our friend, our homegirl. The one and only Miss Alexis Gaten.
Hey.
What it do?
What's up?
And again, she's not camera shy. She says she's camera shy, but
I am.
Yeah. So we gonna do something about that.
Okay.
Just before we start, just a little bit about yourself. Like, you're an entrepreneur.
I am.
You know what I mean? You're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
You wear a lot of hats. You know what I mean?
A lot.
So just tell us a little bit about that. Wherever you want to go with that. You know, you ain't got to go back to when you were 2 or nothing. But unless you just want to. But,
no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
So, yeah.
But I am a caterer.
Caterer. Yeah.
Yes. And so I've been doing that. Well, I always cooked like my whole life. And maybe about 6 years ago, I started to take it more seriously. So it was really by accident. So I was cooking and I was making videos online, right? Mm-hmm. And somebody was like, "You are you selling this?" And I'm like, "No," in my head. But then other me was like, "Yeah." So then I started selling them, and after that, every week I would just do it. And you know, sometimes it would be on and it would be off. But as of late, I'll say maybe last year around Christmas time, I started cooking every week, and then I just never stopped. So it's been every week since then. And
so you enjoy cooking though?
I love cooking.
You love cooking?
It's like a love language.
Wow. Yeah. It's definitely a love language to most of us dudes. You know, literally.
Oh yeah, no, we can eat.
Yeah. So. You do, because I told her off camera that her cooking, I see a lot of stuff on social media. It looked real good. I haven't tasted it personally, but I've heard the testimonies from Rag and a few other people. So, but so now I put myself on the spot, so I got to try it.
Yeah, no, man.
Yes.
The salad she make, where she make the salad and you could pick, she would you could pick if you want a chicken in it or shrimp in it or different. She would give you a couple of options.
Yeah,
and
options.
Then when she would do the wings.
I honestly like to say I can make anything. So if you say, "Can you make this?" I'll just be like, "Yes." Even if I never made it before, it's like, I don't know, it's just natural to me. So I can just make it. Whatever you want.
Gumbo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can literally make everything. I mean, some stuff I just don't make.
Yeah.
You know, like chitlins, all that.
Yeah. You probably don't want to make it.
You can't make it though?
I'm sure I could, but I just
Yeah, chilling's a little.
No, I'm just saying, like, but if
I would
you
just
can
call
do that though,
I would just call my mama or somebody.
Yeah.
Like, if I went in.
we cannot question your authority if you can do that.
Yeah, don't worry about the chitlins. You ain't gotta worry about the chitlins. So you got that business. You want to do it full time.
Yes,
Correct?
I do. I really do.
Okay,
I'm going to.
you're going to.
Yes.
So are you licensed? Not licensed, but is it official like a business like LLC or something like that yet?
In Jesus' name.
Okay. I'm with you.
You know, I'm in Jesus'
with you.
name. I'm taking one day at a time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to follow my path and be directed, really.
Yeah.
You know, and just doing, because, you know, I think a lot of times we get caught up in, like, you know, having this and this and this, but
True.
it's kind of a bad example, but it's a good example. Like, you see rappers, okay? Sometimes they have no degree, like, you don't graduate, you don't need a degree, or you don't need a license to, like, rap but still be
True.
successful, or
Yeah.
you know, a lot of other things, especially in this day and age, which is, you know, it's a good time to be alive, because, like, you got the internet, you got TikTok, you got Instagram.
Yeah.
All you need is really you.
Yeah. You right. You right. You right.
Okay, so we got a couple of topics we're going to talk about, and normally when we do
Interesting ones.
Yeah, normally when we pontificate, y'all know it's JB and I, but we have been accused of mansplaining. Yep.
Of being
Misogynistic.
sexist,
Yeah.
something like that.
Right, and generally it's coming from, you know, some woman whose favorite song is the what's that song off Dream Girls? No, like she coming like that, like that's her theme song.
Yeah.
So it's always good sometimes when we have certain topics where we get the feminine perspective.
It is.
You know,
It is.
because in the male-female dichotomy, a lot of times, and when we say, you know, we got to break that down for some of y'all, because some of y'all don't understand context. When we say male and female, we're not talking about the animal kingdom. We're not demeaning anybody. We're just talking about the masculine and feminine. You know, y'all need to go check a dictionary out or something, get out your feelings. I'm not trying to offend you.
Yeah. It's no.
But we wanted to get in a couple of these topics, you know, are a little, I'm not going to say old, but they've been discussed before. But it ain't been done until we do it.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's new. It's new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've got the one and only, you know, our sister Lex in here, and she's going to help us break this down. So yeah. So let's talk about what you call them. You call them Unc?
Unc. Yeah, that's what they call them.
Oh, okay. They call them Unc.
That's
I
the
ain't
one
fresh.
that was fresh, right?
Like, I ain't fresh.
What's wrong with my fit?
Dude was fresh now. It's the one I'm talking about. He had the blue on, right?
He had the blue on with the creased up pants and his
yeah.
what shoes?
It was.
He had some New Balances.
Yeah, that was
Some
New
New
Balance,
Balance
but
shoes. But they
the
were fresh, though.
color
Yeah.
coordination.
Yeah.
I didn't see no scuff marks.
No. He actually was very Memphis, you know.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah,
very.
he was very
Was he in Memphis?
Yes.
I don't
No,
know.
I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
I mean, he was at Whataburger. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying, you know,
Yeah.
when we went in high school, everybody with the polo hat, polo shoe, polo, you know, kind of everything. But he had on the New Balance, the creased jeans,
Did he
some
have an
type of
LRG or something?
polo shirt. Yeah.
Or is
yeah.
that just like a?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
He had something like that on. So
Lex, what's the verdict? Was he fresh?
He was fresh. I mean, I think that we need to give him credit for, like, where he is in life. You know,
Whoa.
I'm just being honest.
I know. But what you mean, like where he is? Like, how old did he look? How old did he look to you?
He looked like he in his 40s to me, which is not bad. I feel like we can't make him dress like a 20-year-old or 30-year-old, and he's in his 40s. Like, he creased up, he clean. You know he clean.
Yeah.
You know he fresh. Like, he probably took a bath. He got on deodorant. He smelled like cologne. He got a haircut. He looked nice.
Yeah. Now, okay. I hear what you're saying, but it sounds like a little shade too, because it's like, okay, so do you
It's
mind?
no shade.
Do you mind telling your age?
I'm 27. I'll be 28.
Okay,
This
27,
year.
27,
Yeah.
28. So, like, if a dude like that come up to approach you,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, just to, you know, say, hey, how you doing? You know, maybe get your number, your social media handle like that.
Okay.
Like, would you be interested?
Well, it depends on, like, how he approaches me.
Well, of course.
And if you fresh or not. No,
Oh, see, this is leading to a bigger topic, actually.
Well, just respectfully, like just put all things like he's being respectful.
If he being respectful, then sure, why not? But I'm not saying that I can't promise you anything. I can't promise you that I want to actually talk to you. But I have respect for everybody, and I like to talk to people. Like I would, hey, okay, you fresh or whatever. Like you look good,
Yeah.
but maybe you're just not for me.
Right.
well, and I think though the reason why, because it's little bitty parts of the clip where you watch it and it's just the whole him asking was he fresh or not, but like it's one clip where like I guess he was speaking to them and they were telling him he looked played out.
Right.
Like, no, you can't talk to me, bro. You played out. Your look played out. You played out. Like, you got on polo, bro. So it's like he didn't even like him asking was he fresh came from them coming at him. It's like it was almost like they had like, oh, you got the audacity to even approach me. And I will say, because I was watching another. It wasn't that particular one, but a guy was saying like, and tell me if I'm wrong, JB, but I definitely can say this for me. Like, I don't care what you now. I mean, don't come up to me looking like Felicia, and no diss to Angela Means, who's very gorgeous in real life, but the way Felicia looked on Friday, like I end up talking to a chick. She worked at a gas station, and keep in mind she had on the gas station attire, but like when I looked at her, I'm like, man, she is bad, and I don't know if she know it. And I was like, look, right, and so I'm sitting there talking to her like I'm making her laugh and everything. And I walked out. I turned around, walked back, and I said, "Look," I said, "I can't even lie. I can't leave out here without telling you how much you got it going on." And she started like blushing. I said, "Look, I tell you what."
Smiling.
I said, "Tell me your number." I said, "Don't write it down." I said, "I got my phone." I said, "My phone." We was on a party bus. I said, "My phone is on the bus." I said, "Tell me your number. I promise you, you'll receive a text from me." Tonight. And then I ain't like go run out there and text away. I waited about 30 minutes. Now, I will tell you my flex. I did go out there and I typed the text and saved it in the draft. Because I didn't want to forget the number. I saved it in the draft, but I waited for about 30 minutes and I sent it. And she was like, oh my God, I can't believe you remember. But and one of the things she was saying is like, I can't believe you was even, really rapping with me like that. Because I'm like, nah, baby, like, you look good. I don't care that you wasn't fresh. Yeah. I could see, what I saw.
See the potential.
So right. So now going to what I'm at, like we don't care if you got a Louis purse or a Michael Kors purse. I don't care if you got. You see what I'm saying? I don't care if you're wearing Steve Madden's or you wearing red bottoms. I don't care if you just got off work, as long as you're presentable, or you look like you about to hit Love or somewhere, Thrive or somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying?
I smell good.
Right. Like now, I mean, now, if you just left the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't expect you to smell like peaches and cream, but
you ain't gonna smell like no dog.
Right. No, I don't want to smell like no dog. Not a wet dog. Not a wet dog. Yeah, not a wet dog. Yeah. But we don't care about that. But like a lot of times, and that was kind of the flow of the conversation.
Yeah.
It was almost like you don't look good enough. Like you have a lot of audacity approaching me based on because you got on polo.
Okay, so
you got on New Balance.
I have a question about that.
Go ahead.
So, where we talking about the people that say, okay, he looked played out or whatever, da da da. Where's the accountability for the man approaching these, I guess, young people and wanting to? So, what was the goal? Like, was he trying to talk to them, or how did it come up? Because I only saw like small clips of it, but I'm wondering like why on earth would he, ask, why would he need their approval if he fresh or not?
Well, no, so now again, like I was saying, the context of him asking because I guess he went up and tried to talk to one.
Okay.
And then the other girl chimed in and was like, how you gonna come out here? Your look played out. Like, look at what you got on. And that was how he got on. I ain't fresh. Like I ain't fresh.
Okay.
Like that. So it wasn't
That's
like
understandable.
But I guess again the thing is it's almost like if you're not looking a certain way, you have the audacity to even say something to me.
which I don't agree with. I just think that like even if it was vice versa, like I would never go up to like a 18-year-old or a 19 or even a 20-year-old, and just because they might look at me and say, you old, or like you play like you know what I'm saying? Like my
Yeah.
clothes may not be the same as I don't dress like a 20-year-old. I don't dress like a
Right.
21-year-old. So in their eyes, I could be played out too. So I feel like you sometimes you have to read the room and know like, okay, you can speak to some people, but having the like intelligence to know the way they clowned him,
Mm-hmm.
you can just tell like you're not.
Yeah.
So, and I get what you're saying. Like you're almost like you should sometimes be able to read the room and see what you're dealing with.
Some people not even worth approaching.
But like, okay, and you
No.
don't dress like but it's been some times when you hit the town. You know what I'm saying? But would it be fair for somebody to say, "Oh, she's dressing like that. She must be"? That like that's not an indication of your intellect or your education, right?
No.
Hold on.
However,
Now,
see,
when
that's
you-
a different.
Go ahead.
I feel like that's a different topic, and you kind of moving the goalpost a little bit. Okay, because that's a whole different situation to perceive somebody the way they dressed. And depending on if you perceive them that way, then you wouldn't even talk to them, or you would talk to them based on like whatever preconceived notions that you have. But in this case, I think that they just calling him played out and old. Like, so why would you talk to me? And it just seems more like immaturity versus like judgment. And like, perceiving like, okay, could I talk to this person, or could I date this person, or could I even just text this person?
Would you say it's fair though that I think that when you look at a man, we're closer to what our age looks like than looking at y'all?
I don't know.
Cause like I know plenty of women that like you look at, and the worst thing you could do to be over is be over. So I always go lower. So like if I look at a woman and I think she's 35, I'm like, you look about 28, and then she might be like, oh, I'm 26. I'm like, yes. So you see what I'm saying? Because if you tell her, oh, you look about 40, is she gonna be like, I'm 28? Like you just lost any chance, and then. At that point, you just got to double down and say, well, you got to make some better life choices. You just got to go in. But, so what I'm saying is you got to think about this, like, because we talked about this, I believe it was, shout out to our sister Righteous Rayma, Misty, when she was on here. Like, so, for us, once I get my stuff together, once I'm financially in a certain place, mentally in a certain place, where I know as a man, like I am, not to say that I won't do immature stuff, but I'm at the peak of my mature. Like I'm not doing immature bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good.
Okay.
9 times, most of the time, I'm not looking for 40. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get 29. I'm trying to get 30. I'm trying to get 33.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. Because again. Especially if you talk, because some guys back in the day used to start families when they was that old. Yeah. So now if you're trying to build with somebody like that who ain't bitter, who ain't scarred, who ain't, you're gonna go for somebody that way versus getting somebody who like, you know what I'm saying? What's that Langston Hughes poem? My life ain't been no crystal staircase. Like that ain't. I know why the cage bird sings, Maya Angelou. Like you don't want that one. Yeah. So for him, let's just say hypothetically speaking, let's say he's 40.
Okay.
They looked 29. So I'm gonna ask you for somebody who's right there.
You just saying for the sake of the
right,
argument.
So for the sake of argument. So
Okay.
and I already know the answer to the first one. So I already know the answer to the first one.
Okay.
So like say somebody's 60 come up and approach you, is that too old? Wow. You took too long. Possibly.
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Because I mean,
all right, so somebody 50.
I could say no, but realistically, it just would not work.
Okay, somebody 50.
Realistically,
Probably.
that would not work because, like, I mean, it's something that I could do,
Right.
but morally, no.
Okay, somebody 40.
And if it's somebody that's like my daddy age or close to my granddaddy age, you're gonna have to meet my daddy. You're gonna have to meet my granddaddy.
Right.
Y'all can't be seeing
Okay.
out of, I would like for like my father or my grandfather or my uncles, my big brother
Right.
to be like somebody who is, like they can mentor the person that I'm trying to date, not
Okay.
y'all. I mean, still y'all could be chilling and all that
Right.
stuff, but y'all can't be the same age. That's
Right.
just,
Yeah.
it almost seemed disrespectful a
Right.
little bit
Okay, so somebody
to
40.
do something like 40. See, that's not bad.
Okay, so this is where I'm going. So now he looks about 40.
Yeah.
He look
They
about
were proud of.
45.
Okay.
Look, is she?
I thought he
Don't
looked
look
like he was
straight
related
right on
to
40.
juvenile.
I'll say I'll give him
Because when I
43.
saw him, I thought of juvenile.
I'll give him 43.
But what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
so
yeah.
like let's say they were 29.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too old?
That's not too old.
So that's all I'm saying.
But
so
a 29-year-old realistically is not checking somebody like that.
true.
They
Now
not
the way they
checking.
sounded,
They sound like
did
19,
they sound 29 to
20.
you?
He sounded maybe a little younger than that.
Right,
They
exactly.
sound
They
baby.
know
The
what
way
I'm saying. They didn't
sounded
sound it.
now.
But what I'm saying is, but now if I'm looking at them,
Okay.
right, because and this is one thing, and you probably can attest to this.
Mm-hmm.
And JB, I know you know because we did the high school parties, we did the TSU parties.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like women, like when y'all are younger, y'all
Mm-hmm.
always trying to look older. Right, because y'all are
Not
probably
right.
somewhere. No. What I'm
You
saying
know,
is,
right?
no. What I'm saying when you
No.
15, 16, you're trying to look 18, 19.
Not necessarily, but I know what you mean.
Okay,
Some
the
some
worst
people
thing
are.
that you could tell a woman besides you look too
You
old
look like a baby.
is you meet her. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you look like a little kid.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna be in her feelings about it.
Unless you meet somebody that tells you that likes that.
Yeah, P Diddy's in a whole lot of
I
trouble.
mean,
for
not
that.
like that, but I'm just saying, like,
Right.
it's not always the worst thing. Some people do get into those situations, which is why we do have those type of situations, because some people don't care about you looking older. They want you to be younger. They like for their person to be youthful. Just back on the point of you saying, like, when you 40, sometimes you like to look at 20 some year olds. So it's kind of like in that same,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
don't get it twisted. I like my Rolls Royce fresh off the assembly line. I don't like it missing the tires and no steering wheel and no lights. Like I like you to be a fully customized.
I mean,
In
yeah.
other words, like I like adult women.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I don't want one that she's a woman. But like if you don't, like if you can't rent a car by yourself, like what are we talking about?
Okay, but
You know
what
what I'm saying?
about, let's just say, like, you meet a woman your age, but she looks younger. Is that
No, that's great.
okay?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's a plus.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say too, like, let's keep it a bean. Like, I mean, everybody ain't at the place to where they looking for they future or Mr. or Mrs. Like
True.
for me, you know how we used to live and do. You know, like it. I wouldn't look like certain women.
How you used to live? I was trying to live
You
right.
know what I'm
I was just
saying?
playing.
That you would date or you would look for it as like for what it was. You know what I'm saying? You weren't looking for like if it turned into
So-
like a wifey thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like just like but it came to a point in my life where I was like, okay, I need to not look at this what I was kind of what I was used to and look for a different type of situation. So like if we're talking, it depends what category we in. Are we talking about we trying to date to marry, or we just like, hey, we just look, I would go out with this person and have some fun, you know what I'm saying? May go to a bar, you know what I'm saying, social gathering or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it really kind of depends. Like now, this is the nitty gritty. Like this is what we just gonna talk about. So where are you at right now in your life? You know what I'm saying? Like as far
What
as
do you mean?
no, I'm
You
just,
put you on the spot.
I know. I'm
What
just
you
like
mean?
no. I'm saying what I'm saying is for
Okay.
are you wanting ready for like a relationship, or are you just kind of like whatever.
Enjoying life.
Yeah,
To be honest, like,
because you're still pretty.
I am pretty young. I could do a relationship,
Yeah.
and I could also not do one. I'm at that stage where it's like I like to focus on myself, but I also am not selfish to the point where I can, I have to cut everybody off, or I feel like, everybody's bad, or just, I'm going to be hurt and stuff like that. I think that me being focused on like my goals and the things that I really, really want to do, if a person fits into that and it works, then cool. But if they don't, I'm not gonna like be crying about it.
Yeah.
Like
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I live. I can just
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
live.
Exactly. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I was just,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to
no.
kind of put you
I
on.
mean, but
No, you
but,
didn't.
yeah,
No,
but
it's okay.
like, and I'm glad that you said that. But it was like how you were talking about. We don't be looking for that person to marry or whatever. Like, and we've said this before. Shout out to the late great Patrice O'Neal. But like, he said like, you ask your woman how long y'all been together. Most dudes will be like, oh, we've been together 8 months. She gonna be like, oh, we've been together 2 years.
Because you're gonna start from the time.
Because
That you
for
first,
her, the moment that she
Yeah.
sees that she
Yeah.
feels like you're him, for her, that's when y'all start going together.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas for you, like you said, you may initially not start off,
Yeah.
this is it. You're like, okay, well, I'm just being social. I'm hanging out. She's cute. I like her. Like I said, we meet a chick. We not like, man, you know what? JB, check her out. I bet she got a 720 credit score, bro. Like, we don't, hey, bro,
Yeah.
you know what?
Nah,
I bet she's a good mom. I bet she's a great wife.
It's physical.
Like, we
first.
don't, right?
It's
We're
physical,
like,
it's physical.
that's where we, and then as we get to know her and spend time with her, it's like, dang, you know what? She helped me with my finances.
But
You know what, man? She invited me over, man. She can really cook. You know, I see the way she with her nieces and nephews, or I see the way she with my nieces and nephews. Man, she got a really good,
Like
you know,
the church.
maternal instinct. Right. We start seeing it, or like, oh, okay, we go to church. Oh, man, she really love the Lord. Like, we see, but initially, again, man, she could be a flat-foot atheist. Like, we don't care initially.
Right.
After the first night, we don't like, now, after we keep seeing you, we care.
Yeah.
But that initial moment,
Yeah.
like, we don't. And so what I'm saying, again, going back to my guy, we don't know when we see somebody. Like, we don't have the luxury of just existing. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now,
Yeah.
you probably could be like, and we said this with Misty the other week, you probably could be like, oh, I'm not dressed up to hit love right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you go to Wally World right now. You go to Tarjay right now. It's some niggas in there they're gonna give you the baby, the Stevie J hands.
Yeah, that's
right
why
now.
I don't go. I just
And
get it
you're
delivered.
probably like, no, if you think this is something you haven't even seen me get in my bag, but you can just exist. But now us, like, again, I'm gonna be having an ain't I fresh conversation. Now if that would have been me, like I said, I would have just went 10 toes down. I would have just been started roasting everybody. I'd have been started talking about their lace front. You know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah.
lashes look like you got a whole hand on your eyeball. Like, I would have just been going in.
True.
But
I-
he was, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I feel like, it's not a this versus that. It's just this is the situation right now at hand. So it's not fair, but sometimes that is how it is. Like, but I feel like sometimes men do get to exist in a certain way that women don't, because we have to think about it. Like, if, like you were saying, women may feel like, I'm not even like dressed up right now to go to this place and that place. When you go to Walmart, you're not necessarily looking for a certain type of attention, but just say you do want to go out, you may be looking for a certain type of attention, so you have to dress up, or you feel like you have to dress up in order to meet the standards of some man or whoever you like, in order to get the type of attention that you want. Because I can tell you this firsthand, I have benefited from, like, I guess, pretty privilege. Okay, so I can go into like a place, like a club or Love or something like that, or even a restaurant on a happy hour, game on or something like that. I can go at a bar and sit down, and I could be normal, or I can be dressed up, and I can still get the same attention. However, if it's somebody that is unconventionally,
Not conventionally attractive.
no matter what they do, they won't get the same treatment. Which I'm not saying is nice, but I'm just saying it varies. So I think that y'all might have the conversations, am I fresh, but or whatever, but at the same time, it's still somebody that likes that. So why focus on the 19-year-old that don't like it?
Why
when-
you gotta be 19?
Yeah.
It just sounds so childish to me.
Yeah.
But
That's real though.
because this is a real testament that he got on the internet, right?
Yeah.
And how many people love him? How he had to sit in courtside at the game. So he get,
Right, yeah,
give
no, that's
him
what
give
I'm
him
saying.
his
He was
credit.
blown up.
Yeah.
Right.
He most was fresh.
And them same ones now probably like, I could have had one sitting courtside.
Or they probably still laughing because they immature.
I mean, but this is the thing though. Like, none of us, and I think, and you definitely can attest to this. Like, a lot of times you find the person you looking for. I'm not gonna say by accident, but you didn't wake up and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna come here today and I'm gonna find the one."
Yeah.
Like, you were just where you always were,
Yeah.
doing what you always did, and you saw somebody was like, "Dang, I never." I've seen her before, but now I'm seeing her in a different
In a
light,
different
and I want to go, approach her and say, "Now," and she could have hit you with, "Bro, look at your slacks, look at your tie, you played out." But again, you shot your shot. You know what I'm saying? And then you did something a lot of dudes don't do. And I'm not saying nothing new because you've told this story countless times, but like, he told her when he met her, like, "Look, I like you. I like you," and I want you to say that. He's like, "I like you, but I'm dating.
Okay.
I'm seeing people, but I like you."
I had boxes.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like boxes.
Yeah.
I had other people I had like, potential box, friend box, you know what I mean? Just have fun box.
Box.
Yeah. So, but at least you kind of being honest about it.
that's crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that too.
I like how she slid that in there. I was like, what?
And it was just being, open and honest about it. As far as it's like, if we want to go there, that's fine. But I'm also dating others as well, and so we can just kind of go from there. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now I think women, y'all may get a bad rap if you said something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Right, because that's the double standard, right? Because if you was on the other hand and be like, "I'm dating you," and he'd be like, "Hey JB, hey, we cool, we dating, but look, I'm going out too with different, dudes. I'm open, at least." And so, in our mind, we may be thinking like, "Dang, like,
She.
I think, but tell me if I'm wrong. Don't y'all kind of do each other like that too, though?"
Who?
No, this is what I'm saying. So, like, if you had if you had a sister, and your sister was sleeping with 5 different dudes,
Okay.
you would be like, "Girl, you know this, that, you don't know what he's doing. You need to," but you got brothers though, right? Now, if your brother was sleeping with 5 different women, you're not giving him that same speech.
Not necessarily.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, now I'm not saying it's fair or it's right,
Yeah.
but I'm saying I've even heard from women give other women that spiel of, you shouldn't be doing that. Whereas, and I'm not saying that guys should be sleeping with everybody, but I am saying that if you got a son and a daughter, you're having a different conversation, or your brother and your sister, you're having a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you, like, let's just say it was just you and your dad. If your dad was with a bunch of women, Pops, if your mom was with a bunch of dudes, you'd be like, "Who is this nigga you got bring?" Like, it's just different.
Now, it depends on the context of it, because when I say I'm going out and I'm dating, that don't necessarily mean I'm smashing.
Right, you're having sex with
You know
them.
what I mean?
True.
So it just, now if you want to ask, then that'll be a whole different conversation. But if I'm just dating, I'm going out, enjoying other people's company,
Was that the truth?
Huh?
Was that the truth?
No.
Sometimes things happen.
Yeah,
But
not necessarily, but yeah, go ahead.
I think that something that you brought up, which made me think about how I feel like, and it was something that you were saying too. I feel like you guys don't give women enough credit for doing the same things that you all do. But like you said, if you did this, and then a woman did it, they would get more flack for it.
Right.
Which is why women hide more things.
But you know why though?
Tell me why.
You know why? Okay. Just on simple terms, right?
Okay.
It don't really take work for y'all to go out with multiple men. Like he said, you go to Walmart, you go to Target, you get mad at your boyfriend, you can get somebody the next minute.
Hey.
True.
Now with us, we may have to be like, we may have to put a little bit more
It's effort that goes into that.
You feel me?
Yes.
Go ahead.
In the same way that I can go and get 5 dudes from Walmart and then one from Walmart, one from Kroger, one from the dollar store, one from the restaurant I'm in. But 5 quality dudes
Yeah,
is different.
it's different.
You still have to put in some effort. Now the dude at Walmart, I might can go like I might could just wake up and put on anything and then I gotta do. But if I want a different type of man, then I will have to put a little bit more effort into what I look like or how I'm carrying myself or even just the conversations that I'm having with them. Sometimes it's not all about, what you look like or what you're doing. Sometimes it's about how you talking to somebody or because the prospect is more,
I'm saying, but like the CEO can't work at Walmart. I mean, not work at Walmart, can't be at Walmart, shopping at Walmart.
he can't, which is very ironic that you said that.
I'm saying he might
Because
be
I
buying
met
some
somebody
grapes
at
or
Walmart before, and he was a CEO of some company. He was older too.
Hey,
Right.
yeah,
And no, I didn't want to talk to him though because I just didn't want to. But you can be at Walmart,
yeah.
and I didn't look like nothing. I
Yeah.
was just going to Walmart, but it's just the fact that like, I think it's a choice.
Older guys, like I see it. I see, so now
No,
it's the
not
difference.
necessarily. Not necessarily.
Wine,
It has
not
nothing
wine,
to do with age.
milk and bread. That's what I'm saying.
They're not milk and bread.
Milk and bread. So he looking at, wait, oh, you 60? Okay, let me go on and go to 50.
No.
Let me go on and go, oh, hey, young lady, how you doing, girl?
So it's not even. It's not about that though. It's like,
No.
but to go back down the vein we were talking about, like I think that's where the double standard is. Just because if we got 10 women, and then y'all got 10 women, it ain't the same. It ain't the same because it's like, well, now, yeah, you gonna have 10. You gonna have 10 dudes just because if you want to go down that route, you know what I mean. But just like you said, it depends on the quality. Just like if a dude got like Player Tony,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? He was a pimp.
He was chose.
He was chose. You know what I'm saying?
My
And so
guy.
he had that like the quality of women. If I had 10 women back in my head, back in the TSU days, if I had like 10 women, like the quality of those women as far as wifey type would be, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't be there as much. You know what I mean? But the same with you, like, but you can have 10 dudes, and they could all be, quality dependent, but it just looks different because the effort, I guess, on y'all end is a little bit like you don't probably gotta do too much in order to, to attract to get a dude's
True.
eye, especially when you light skinned. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and but contrary
You
to
see?
popular belief, that ain't never been out of style.
yeah, exactly.
But not like, I think too though, like, and this is what, I've always been one, and I'm okay with them. I just want people to be honest. Double standards exist on both sides. Because on the flip side, how many times, and we know when we work with women, we got sisters, we got daughters, we got whatever, they can say they tired, and that's okay. How often do you get to say you tired? I don't never get to say I'm tired.
Who you
I don't
meaning?
never.
That's
No.
That's
I'm
mad
just,
that you tired.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying I don't ever get. And I'm talking about at work.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when it comes to doing stuff, whatever. I don't ever get to say I'm tired. But then let you be sleeping in bed 2 a.m. You're exhausted. You work 15 hours, and you came home. You had to put together. You laying down in the bed, and then she throw the leg over you, or do the move the other one where she turn and throw the arm over you, or she tooted up on you. Like, if you be tired, it's a whole problem. Your bacon and toast burn in the morning.
Oh, you sleep
But
with-
now, she could have been at the crib all day. But if it's 9:37, the light's still on. And she feel you hard enough to cut a diamond, and then she, I'm tired. And guess what? We got to be, but again, we got to be okay with that. You see what I'm saying? And so it's double standards that exist if we're working a job. And again, my job, I mean, but from being in Fed, y'all get ready to lift an engine part up. You don't get to be like, oh, y'all got it. No, you better be one of the main, me and you, bro. Now, if all of us working on the line at Fed, she can stand back, but guess who got to be lifting? Me and you.
So
You see what I'm saying? So the double, no, what I'm saying, I'm okay with that. What I'm saying is that my problem exists in that we know that these double standards exist. Let's not act like they don't exist.
I love double
Let's not
standards.
act like there is some stuff that women could
I
get
like
away
double
with.
standards.
that men can't. And it's some stuff, but on the other side, it's some stuff that men, and it's not a man versus woman, but it's just like, and you know, because you got siblings, I got siblings. It was some stuff as the oldest I was able to do that y'all can't do. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Keep living. You gonna get there. But then there was some stuff they could get away with. I was gonna get roasted or put on punishment. Why? Because you know better. Because you're older. Even though we did the exact same thing, it was like, no, you're in a different position, and based on the position that you're in, we're holding you accountable based on that position. And so that's why I say I don't have a problem with it. I just think we need to be honest and say, okay, you know what? It is a double standard that I'm feminine. And I got that feminine energy. And yes, you should lift this for me. Yes, you should hold the door for me. Yes, you should do this for me because I'm feminine. But then on the flip side, it's some things I'm masculine. And so you need to give me a pass, or at least not be so hard on me, because as a man, it's certain things that's just in me to want to do or to do. And I ain't talking about going being with the world or being for the streets or nothing like that. But I'm just saying it's certain things that we react a certain way or we move a certain way. And again, I'm not gonna lie. I know we started talking about was homeboy fresh or not, but this is a dope ass topic.
Okay.
That we was able to get into.
Nah,
Yes.
yeah.
So would you rather I walk around and open the door for you and then pick up the all the groceries out the car, or pick up the big old box? Would you
I
rather?
thought you were about to say pick up the tab.
I mean that too. Would you rather that?
I wouldn't rather, but
See,
I ain't
that's
gonna be
to me
mad.
different.
Yes, I got you.
But would you rather? Okay, let's just say, for double standard's sake, there is this cooler, and it's 50 pounds. The woman can pick it up. It's me and it's you in the same room. I can pick it up, or you can pick it up. Would you rather I just pick it up?
No, I'm gonna pick it up. But check this out though. On
So-
the flip side, if it's some drama in the street though, I'm not looking at you to go handle that. If somebody break into the house, I'm not looking at you like, babe, what we gonna do?
Okay,
No,
yeah.
I got it. Call the police. I'm going down there to see what it is.
Okay.
But I'm okay with that.
Okay.
That's the way I want it. If we go to a gas station, you better not get out and pump no gas. Like, that's what I'm doing. And I'm okay with that.
Okay, good.
But it is some things too though, like I said, I don't have a problem with, but like I said, I do have a problem when we act like it's okay for me to accept all my double standard, but when it comes time for your double standard, oh, you're oppressing women, you're misogynistic, you're this, you're that, and it's like,
Okay, give me.
to quote Kevin
give
Gates,
me-
I mean not Kevin Gates, finesse 2 times. It's cool when you do it.
It's a problem.
It's a
when I do it.
problem when I do it. That's all I'm saying.
So give me one double standard that you feel like is just outrageous. Something like anything. Because I feel like low key all double standards be.
So off the top of my head, because we've
Good.
talked about this before, and while I don't, and I am a girl dad, I don't. But one conversation, especially with my oldest that I had, is like, keep in mind he can retaliate. So
Okay.
don't
I
you
know-
start
okay.
nothing
I know.
like so now.
Okay.
And so keep this in mind. You got brothers. If you had a son, you gonna sit there and tell your son, let this chick beat you upside your head, and you know how mothers get about their babies. Like, y'all ready to kill everybody. Y'all ready to go scorch earth. So
You
now
have to start with the y'all.
your constituents, yo,
Some people.
right. But I'm not saying you as an individual.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yeah, I
also
got
the
you.
people who, oh, they look like you do. I'm saying them too.
Okay.
That it would be like, because again, if it's you, it's like, oh, no, man, better not do that. But then, like, if it's your son or your brother, yeah, slap that bit. Like, the energy changes. And I'm not saying that we should be allowed to, but what I am saying is that context doesn't matter anymore. And you can, like, look at Jonathan Majors. This nigga was running. And then they're gonna you get
women have to
accused
take
of, like, oh, well, you shouldn't have put her in the Uber. Now keep in mind, how many times you had a drunk homeboy or somebody who was high or something like that, and you got him in the Uber, but he turned around and sued you for assault.
Never.
You see what I'm saying? Like that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you're wilding out, you're irate, you possibly may be drunk or under the influence of some drugs, and And keep in mind, he didn't necessarily cause injury. You're probably, because you see how she chasing him, you're probably kicking and screaming while you're trying to. And keep in mind, don't get me wrong, Jonathan Major's cool, but like, I don't know why they trying to anoint this nigga like he look like The Rock or somebody like that. Like, I'm just saying that maybe he is handsome like that.
What she got to say about it?
I'm just right. But what I'm saying is like, here's somebody who they got a videotape of this nigga running, but you still are guilty. And it's times where, so now let's say he had hauled off and slapped her. What would have happened to him then?
We know that.
You see what I'm saying? And she was, you see from the video.
Yeah.
And again, I know this is an extreme example of a double standard, but what I'm saying is that's one where like it's okay for y'all to cut a Solange in the elevator.
It's not okay, but
but that's the way they look at it. They're nobody's on Solange, like, because keep in mind, Solange was, I don't know what happened, but she was like real live trying to bust. Imagine if the security guard wasn't holding Jay-Z back.
Oh yeah.
Cause she's swinging like both fists balled up, like she's trying to connect. Now, what if he had hit her back? It'd be like we wouldn't even be talking about Jay-Z. Jay-Z would have been did by now.
Yeah. Now that is a good example of like kind of extreme. Like, well, you say you don't watch sports, but you know the whole Angel Reese thing. You see her comments after the game the other night.
Oh, they lost to
Iowa, and so. Angel Reese is this woman basketball player.
Yeah,
she's,
I know her.
You know what I'm
From
saying?
LSU.
For LSU, and she's very demonstrative. She, talk to the
she
girl,
pop her
being
stuff.
a girl, you know what I'm saying?
She stands on business.
She stands on business.
As she should.
And she did that. So, and she talked bad to a coach. You know what I mean? A grown woman coach. The last game, UCLA coach.
Oh, the UCLA's coach.
Told her to go sit down.
Oh, no. Did you see? So you talking about the game before?
Yeah, the game before.
No, she said you didn't see the post game interview.
Yeah.
No, because she said she wasn't talking to the head coach. She said the head coach was cool. She said the assistant said something smart to her. She was talking to the assistant coach. Okay. And they asked her like, what did the coach say to you? And she was like, next question.
Yeah.
It wasn't the head. No, she clarified. She said, no, the head coach is fine. She said,
I don't care if it's an assistant or the head. They're both grown women.
True.
She a grown woman. That's what I'm saying. So is it okay for the other grown woman to say something crazy to her?
Did she say something crazy to her?
That's what she said.
What'd she say?
She didn't go into it. But like y'all, you play tennis. You knew when you played somebody, y'all might have said some stuff. It's like, JB, what did that German guy say to you? And you might have been like, you know what?
Said nigga.
In the moment, you understood he was trying to get under your skin, and you like, I'm not finna ruin this man's career because I know he was trying to.
Other team?
Yeah, the coach from the other team.
Okay.
But it's an assistant coach from the other team.
Okay. But my point is that she's very confident about herself, talking to stuff and stuff, right? Like hey, it don't matter, we some dogs. You know what I mean? Da. So after they lost the game last night, she went into like a victim role. You know what I'm saying? She was like how hard it's been, the past year for her to be like, she
was crying,
dealing with, death threats and other stuff like that. My thing is just like some women, I want to say y'all, some women, right? They'll have, I can do everything a man can do. I'm just as strong as a man, woo, woo, woo. But then when you get to a situation where you lose or where you kind of in a broken situation, now you turn into your feminine mode. Now all the feminine energy is there.
Oh, kind of like your girl Hillary did when she lost and couldn't come out because she was so emotional.
Something like that,
right? And
so it's like y'all can get the best of both worlds to where you be like, hey, I can do everything a man can do. Woo, forget you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Da. But then now, whatever situation may happen, got your feelings hurt or got into in this case, you lose a game to the girl that you beat in the championship last year. Now
and who they've been comparing you to, and who's better, and this, that, or whatever, right? And, so it's the whole white versus black thing too.
So now you kind of want to tap into the, kind of in the victim role. To me, if you like that, just stay on that tone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so that was kind of my example too.
Okay.
On the other side,
I think that with that example, that's a good example. But I also think that people are allowed to be who they are, and I hate that the world has not given men a safe space to be emotional, but that's still not anybody else's. That's not. our cross to bear as women at the
Oh,
same
wow.
time. So be emotional. It's some emotional men out there, but you know what they call them? Sassy. Or you know what some men call them? Like they
Zesty.
soft.
Now, this I'm glad you actually said that. So, what is emotional to you? If we say in a healthy way, like what does it look like for a dude to be emotional, but like not in like like a crazy, kind of sissy way, but just like something that you would be like, that's healthy. I would encourage that if I was, with a dude or something like that.
Okay, so like communication, but healthy communication. So know how to use your words, body language, expressing yourself. Um,
You know, she a
Actually,
teacher. You hear how she said you got to know how to use your words.
not
Use your
just
words.
expressing your emotions, but understanding the emotions that you're expressing. So, because you can be mad, you can say, I'm mad, but tell me why you're mad. Like, what is it about
I got you.
X, Y, and Z that's making you upset about this? Or if you feel like you can't communicate, or if you feel like you can't express yourself, tell me why you can't express yourself. Because, I mean, even if you can't even get to the point of being vulnerable, you can still be, because people be emotional, but they don't think they emotional. Because emotional not just sad, it's mad, it's happy. Some men walk around here, they can't be happy. Some women walk around here, they can't be happy. Like you were saying, women be bitter, blah, blah, blah. Okay, men be just be. Like they don't feel anything sometimes, or it seems that they don't. But, you can also have these feelings like you were talking about Angel Reese, and you know how you said, it kind of felt like she was playing a victim by being emotional. If you're going to be, like hard and tough, you can be hard and tough. But I feel like men express these same emotions just to themselves. So it's not that it's not happening. It's just not displayed.
And I agree. Like it's to a point. Like when I hear you say emotional, right? I'm thinking of like crying
R.
to
Kelly.
you.
I'm fighting for my fucking life.
Fighting for my life.
You know what I'm saying? Are
He said,
telling
I don't
you.
know how to hold
I'm
tight.
telling you my, baby, what are you scared of? Like what are you, fearful of or something like that.
Yeah.
Like being emotional like that is, I think Ragnar said it before. Like I think it's good for men to be emotional or vulnerable, but it's like
Never to women.
he said.
That's not true.
Never to women.
Is that what he said? Yeah, you said.
Never to women.
You said never to
Never
women.
to
No.
women.
Now I don't necessarily agree with that to the T, but I get what he's saying.
I
though.
get what you're saying,
I
but
get
that's
what
not
he's
true.
saying. I get what he's saying.
To the right
Because,
person.
like, I'm not going to lie. Depending on the situation, if it's just me and you talking, nigga, you can ball out and lay out on the floor. And keep in mind, you know me long enough. It was some times when we had some of them conversations over in the meadows. You know what I'm saying? Watching NFL Red Zone. But now, I would have never done that in the assembly. That's me and you. You my guy.
Yeah.
Me and you gonna talk about that. I'm not finna do that in front of everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's not the space that I'm moving in. Is being somebody that's a leader, that you got people looking at you and expecting you to make something happen. It's cool to let people know you're grieving or you're hurting or you're in pain or something made you angry. But to be, when they look at you, like your kids look at you as Superman, you can't let them see you broken. That doesn't teach them to be broken. They like, oh, my dad a whole bit. Like, that's the way they looking at you. Like,
Right,
nigga, why you
right.
like, and I'm just saying, like, that's the way society looks. That's the way the world looks at
I
you.
disagree.
And maybe it's wrong.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I disagree, because I feel like you said, that your kids look at you, or his kids look at him like a Superman, or that he can do no wrong, like he is just the perfect dad, like whatever. Okay, that's how I look at my mom and how I look at my grandma. But the older that I get, the more I wish they were emotionally available. So
Like what? Like
so for my mama, she is very strong. She go to work. She was always going to work. She always made things happen for us. She never let us down. She never talked bad about people. Like, she just was there. And one thing about us, like, why y'all crying? Why you doing all that crying? No, it was supposed to be motivation, or it was motivation at the time. But where was it's okay to cry, or it's okay to, and it's also okay to see your parents cry and be broken down and emotional. But I think it's just about how you pick yourself back up in front of them to teach them by example and to let them watch you. Like, you may fall or you may be sad for a moment, and it's okay to be sad because it's some things in life you cannot be too strong about. Like,
That's true.
like for me specifically, losing like one of my favorite cousins and having like a lot of deaths in my family back to back to back to back, that was the one thing that broke me down. It was pretty much nothing in life that can make me cry, but when I think about like the people that I lost in my family that I really really cared about and that I'm really close to, like that's something that could break me down. And like a lot of my friends or family don't see me cry, but that is something. And when it's time for that, I feel okay crying because everybody cries. Everybody needs to cry.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that we need to do, and it's something that we need to see. And I noticed that at my great granddaddy's funeral, like a couple months ago, my grandma, she wasn't really crying much, and I was thinking like she should cry.
Yeah.
It's not easy to be the strong person and to be like that person, and I am the strong person, and I think it's just like something called pathology. So it's something that's passed on. Like, when you're really strong, all those things are passed on to you, but you still deal with the emotional things by yourself. So if I feel like, wow, I can't even cry around people, I can't even be myself, or I can't be emotional around certain people, I can only imagine what my mama feel like, what my grandma feel like, and they got 20, 30 years on me. That's things that they never even shared or they never even expressed in front of their kids because of something that they were taught. Like, if you break down in front of your kids gonna see that you're not strong. Not necessarily true though.
Right. I totally agree because I'm,
Oh yeah.
you know, well, when my pops passed, like that was, I think maybe that was the first time when my kids saw me like cry, probably. I'm assuming. Now Rachel, she said that wasn't the first time, but I just don't tap into that emotion. Like, if I do, like I'll work out, I'll be in the shower or something. You know what I mean? If I do happen to do that, so like I get that because I'm processing now. Like I told you on that Preacher Man podcast with Nunu.
Oh right. You talking about your dad?
Yeah, when that junk aired, like I was boo-hooing on that junk. Like, but that was like something new for me because I don't really show like emotion like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially in front of really anybody. But just like it's something when your parent passed, like it's just like I feel like my mortality feels like different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Since I see he passed, so it's like, dang, I'm gonna
Yeah,
die
no, it's
too.
really for
Me
you
too.
and then the people
Yeah.
that
You know
you
what I'm
can leave
saying?
behind.
Yeah.
But like, so because we've been talking about a lot of natural examples, but like, so, and I think, so like, look at David, right? Bathsheba was pregnant with the baby that after he cheated.
Yeah.
Said he's actually fasting. They trying to give him food and while he's not eating nothing. Said he's laying out on the ground. He's crying out before God. Basically, spare this child. This child didn't do nothing, even though I was wrong for committing adultery. Like, so they come to him after 3 days, I think, and it's like, the child died. They said he got up, he washed his face, got dressed, he sat down and ate. And they was like, why you not? We just told you that the child died. Why you not crying? He was like, child with the Lord now. What good is crying gonna do now? So check this out. Jesus, when John the Baptist, right after he got beheaded, John the Baptist was Jesus' cousin. He was the only person who could identify with what Jesus' ministry was. He knew exactly what Jesus, who he was, what he was going through. Got his head cut off. They tell him. So he's doing his thing and he's trying to get away. Let me go hide off in this cave so I can cry and have my moment. But the people was following him. They said when he stepped out and looked and he saw all the people and they looked like sheep with no shepherd, he said he was moved with compassion. So it's like the needs of everybody else is greater than my need to be in my feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so that's I get this whole we woke now and everybody needs therapy and we all gotta lay on the couch and all of this, that, or whatever. But sometimes when you understand, because I remember when my cousin got killed. Right now, but like you remember when my cousin got killed in 2012, the triple homicide.
Yeah.
Where my cousin baby daddy killed her and her parents. Like, I wanted to be emotional, but I'm getting phone calls and everybody's calling me crying and they're leaning on me and I'm seeing you about to break, and it's you need me being strong for you is more important than me being in my feelings. And the only thing emotional I was about to do was I got a call that they saw the car because he took my cousin's truck and was out there, and he was like right down the street from where my job was.
Did you take time to grieve though?
And man, that happened in like
See?
I'm pretty sure it happened. I don't remember the year. I had a moment.
Like I get it though.
Right, I had, but my moment came once. When my moment came, the moment had passed. Like everybody else had done their grieving, and then I was able to sit down and reflect and do that.
Yeah,
Now I
that's
did
okay.
have people who
Yeah.
I was able to talk to and kind of vent, but in terms of me just really laying out and being broken, I had that on my own time. But the deal is like, and I always tell people, you know, man, check on your strong friends. Because the people that you think
Yeah.
got it together, that make it look easy, you have no idea.
What they going through?
You have no idea the times that I was like, and I legit, and this actually happened to me, you know, July 30th, 2011. But prior to that, I used to pray like, God, just take me out of here. I'm sick of living.
Mm-hmm.
In July 30th, 2011, I actually flatlined. But prior to that, for like 2 years, I was like, I'm sick. But I'm not. I don't want to do it myself, and I don't want it to be on no BS where, like, you know what I'm saying, my daughter and my parents find me or something, and I was in some like, so I just want to go to sleep and not wake up. And the crazy thing was, I was driving my car, and that's exactly what happened. My heart and my brain stopped at the same time, and basically I fell asleep. But I was like, and the Lord showed me that. You see what I'm saying? Because I was sick of that. Like I was so hurt and in my feelings. I was like, man, I just don't want to be here no more. So people don't understand. Sometimes you can be the strong guy, because it's like with you.
Yeah.
Like you said, your pops was like, okay, I see you got it. I'm
Right.
good now.
Right.
Because he saw you got something in you to hold and sustain the family. But it's like, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all leaning on me. And like, but all of this, like how you said, I don't get no time to process and to cry and do it. And I was just, and then while I'm holding stuff for everybody else, I'm going through my own shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So
You
like
gotta take time.
that
for yourself,
part,
though.
and again, going back to the double standard thing, like we live in a society where it's not okay. We say it's okay. It sound good, but like perfect example, when you see Tyrese crying, he had more people making fun of him than people like, man, this man is hurting because he feel like he losing his baby. It was more people, and we could talk about the video and all, but it was more people clowning him than it was saying, man, this man is hurting because he's losing his baby.
But he was on meds too, though.
True, but what I'm saying is we don't look at that. We clowning him.
I think we do look at that though, but it depends on who you're looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like it was more people commenting, but some people I never commented, but I feel empathy for him. That doesn't make my the way I feel any less valid than the way they feel.
Who are these
some
people you
they
speak
just
of? I'm
comment.
offended. No, I'm just...
The people that's like you said.
Right.
No.
I was just messing with you.
Like
I'm
you
offended.
said, these people that you said these people they clowning Tyrese for crying, this and the third. Yeah, these are the people that's commenting, but it's people out here in the real world that feel for him, but they don't have to comment. It's so many people like that know of you or that support you quietly or that's like that don't have the negative feelings or have negative comments. The people online are just they feed off negativity most of the time. Most people are looking for like a top comment. They won't last. It's fun. It's trolling. The internet is like a comedic relief for everything.
They don't want to be right. They want to be first.
They
Yeah.
want to be both actually.
Yeah.
Like, but it's attention seeking. So, but I think that like you said, emotion. People see him emotional. Now, would I get my phone and record myself crying? No. But if that's how you like processing your thing,
Hey, that thing was funny though. But yeah.
if that's how you
You
do,
were attacking him today, but you have no empathy.
no, it's not that you can still have empathy for him, but look at it and like just be like, wow, okay, that's a little bit funny, but okay, I feel for you.
So
However,
like, I know because we got, man, look. So let's segue real quick because because even with that, so like So now we're gonna talk about, because if you remember, it was a few months ago, old girl,
Okay.
and maybe it was a troll video, maybe it was a joke, because I heard some people say it was a skit, but like she had a whole
For
video.
what she was saying?
No, she had a whole video where she was talking about the guy was wrong for taking her to Cheesecake Factory for a date.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And so from that, then she made a whole video. And I'm gonna keep in mind, like, nigga, I didn't ate at Cheesecake Factory before. I know you probably have.
Yeah,
Like, unless you just getting a drink, you gonna spend $50 easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just get a piece of cheesecake, you're gonna spend $50. Like, nigga, if I buy a piece of cheesecake that costs $50, like, that cheesecake better flirt with me or something.
I spent $100. I took my kids. It was just me and my 4 kids 3 weeks ago. It was like $96.
And what did y'all get?
They got the kids meal stuff. I got like a burger or something.
So a hamburger and some kids meals was $100.
Yeah, man.
So she's tripping about that. But on top of that though,
Ain't no joke.
so now they came out with a whole list.
Okay.
So like somebody taking you out, they can't go to a sporting event, can't go to like Dave and Buster's, you can't go to shoot pool, you can't go skating, you can't go to the movies, you can't go to like what we got here in Memphis, Main Event. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do none of that. Like
yeah, I'm intrigued because I think
Houston's.
Houston was on the list.
Yes, Houston's.
Wow.
Cheesecake Factory.
That's a troll
Like
list.
where
that sound like that. Now,
what do you think, Lex?
I think it's rage bait. You know, it's this thing called rage
like
bait,
yeah.
where you do things or you say things to get a rise out of people, and then you just get them paid.
To go viral.
Like, yeah, and the more you comment, the more you react,
So it's
you
kinda
just
like
get
trolling.
them paid. Yes, but if it was actually real, in the event that it was real, I think that, like, I wouldn't, the standards that I hold myself to, I would expect to be with somebody who would uphold my standards just the same way I would uphold theirs. Like, if I wanted to go somewhere and I wanted to pay, I wouldn't take you to McDonald's just because I'm paying this day, and then when it's time for you to pay, we go to somewhere else.
Have you ever had she do that to you, JB?
But
Like, no, like how she said, like, so I'm gonna take you out. I got you, boo. I got you. And she take you to like Long John Silver's. Like,
Period.
boo, you can get the fish plate, surf and turf.
you
It's
get
like,
the 4 for 4.
right. It's $21.89.
I probably
Like all day.
Probably have.
And when you take her out, y'all going to Texas Day Brazil.
Texas Day Brazil, boy. Texas Day
I
Brazil.
feel like anywhere that like I take myself, I wouldn't, whether it's like Cheesecake Factory. If I go to Cheesecake Factory normally and by myself, I wouldn't have a problem with somebody taking me there because I eat there anyway.
Right.
So I don't see why that's a problem.
So do you consider yourself a high value woman?
I don't like terminology like that. I think that's just like,
So when I say that, I'm not saying it based off the terminology. What I mean by that is it's like you know who you are, you know your level of education, you know the scars maybe that you've had, you know when you walk into, like, let's say how JB asked, if you was to get into a relationship, you know what you are bringing and what you ain't bringing.
right.
You ain't got no baby daddy drama. You ain't got no. Well, I don't know if you got bad credit because I know you went to the U of M. They might have got you. But you may not have no bad credit. You know what I'm saying? You may not have no, like, your family structure. Like you come from a good family. Like your faith base is good. All of that, right? So you know what you're bringing to the table, as opposed to somebody, that's like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So being that you consider yourself, I'm not going to say a high value person, but being that you have a certain standard, as you said,
Okay.
what would be, do you eat at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, if I'm hungry
Starbucks.
and I crave it, sure.
Okay, Starbucks.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
Ooh.
to be completely honest, I don't really eat out. I just like to cook a lot, but
cooking, though,
I don't
yeah.
have a problem. Like, if I wanted it, I would just order it. Like, I would just get it,
Okay. So and the reason why I was asking that is, it's like, so for somebody who does have a certain standard, like, what would be, like, if a guy was like, hey, let's go grab a quick bite, or I want to see you in let's sit down and have a coffee or something.
Let's go to Applebee's.
Right. If he or if he asked you to Starbucks and you was kind of feeling him a little bit, we ain't talking about somebody who you ain't kind of into, but like if
Yeah.
you're feeling him, if he said like, hey, I got an hour or so, like let's go to Applebee's and get a margarita or something and maybe some appetizers, and I want to see you. Would that be a no?
I would go. What?
Okay. With Star, if he's like, okay, you know what, I liked our interaction when we met the other night. I don't want to take up too much of your time. And if you got a couple of hours, let's meet up at Starbucks and have a coffee or some tea. And I really want to talk to you and get to know you.
Okay.
Is that a no?
No, that's a yes because I'm addicted to caffeine.
Oh,
So-
she said a yes.
Hey, that caffeine, yeah.
I love coffee, so it will be a yes.
So-
but you also have to realize, like, some people don't like coffee. So that would, maybe in their eyes, they would be like, no, I don't want to go to Starbucks because... And also, when I was younger, growing up, I never had Starbucks before. So sometimes it's not necessarily about, I don't want to go to Starbucks. Some people just don't know. Some people just don't know what to do. And I tell my best friend this all the time, Hannah. I told her, I was like, girl,
Our
do
girl.
you know? Yes. I said, girl, do you know the first time I had Chick-fil-A? I was with her. That was the first time I had Chick-fil-A, and I was in, I think, high school.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, the Jacksons definitely eat Chick-fil-A.
Yes, the first time. So, had I not had it with them, I just would have never, had I not had it with them, maybe I would have accepted less, like, from someone else. Like, just say if I was talking to a guy or whatever, and let's say in high school, and he said, let's go to McDonald's. Now, for somebody who is probably used to maybe eating Chick-fil-A or used to having other things on a daily basis as their fast food, some people, McDonald's, no, I can't. But for me, I want the spicy chicken sandwich with cheese, put some onions on there. There's more order.
Man,
But
a 20-piece
Cut
McNugget.
up, okay,
Large
but
fry.
I think the more you grow in life, the more your palate changes. However, if I would still go there personally and I would still eat there personally, then I don't see a problem with going there with somebody that I like. That's better.
No, I think the issue is, or will become an issue if it's like something like all the time. Like
Yeah.
our
It's all the
go-to
time,
is,
but like the first date.
no, not okay. Yeah, first date, whatever.
What are some places that you took some chicks on the first date, JB?
Well, man, I used to trick them back in the years. I had the money, so I used. But
You
first-
said you was tricking.
I had the I
Right,
had my
okay.
big old refund check.
Yeah,
No, I thought you
check?
said you was tricking. I was like,
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
oh,
but,
okay.
But no, like I probably took somebody to like Chili's or something, But Chili's were popping back then, though.
But see, that's what we talking. We
You see what
talking
I'm
about
saying?
see back then, and that's
Yeah.
why I think
Chili.
it depends on the people right now.
Right.
Because right now, I think it's a more unrealistic expectation of
I
what
agree.
somebody should be doing for you
Yeah,
when you cannot even do it for yourself.
cause like, you talking about between the range of 2000 to 2005, like Chili's was like the spot. In Nashville,
TGI
the
Friday.
TGI Fridays. Like, but now you say Chili's, we like, Chili's.
Yeah.
I want to take you to Chili's, like Applebee. So I guess it depends on. But I think next you're like at the prime age of like, of what some the people, the rage,
Yeah.
post, like kind of what they kind of targeted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I'm interested to see like what
Yeah.
your thoughts on that, because it's like they pretty much trying to pin your age group to
No,
like
but
that type of
man,
standard.
did you see that chick? That chick was not 28.
No,
That broad
no,
was
she wasn't.
37.
She was 37.
She was a
Yeah.
little older, but
That's
I
what
think
I'm
that,
saying. Like you 30, and keep in mind this is y'all's first joint. So now, like I got to come out because, and the reason why I asked it is because I saw a post that somebody posted once, and they was like, "Oh, how you gonna ask me to want to kick it or want to chill? You want me to come over to your crib? I don't know you. I need you to be like, we catching flights out here." I'm like, wait a second. So you don't know this nigga. You can't come to your house where you can text your daddy, I'm down the street. You can text your brother, I'm down the street. You're going to go get on the plane and go out the country with this nigga that you don't know. and you're gonna fly to some locale where can't nobody find you, where you can be human trafficked, and like I said, and then like I was reading, some people saying like, so you can't go down the street and kick it, but you can go out the country. You talking about the passport or whatever. But like some women think like that, like, oh,
I think
if you
that
want to
sounds
impress
outrageous,
me,
but I also think that, like, I mean, if somebody is talking to you like that, which is bold, if somebody is talking to you like that and expecting it from you, then all you have to do is just not do it.
facts.
What they gonna do?
Yeah,
They gonna wait till the next person. Don't take them again. Take them on the flight that they want to go, or don't take them to the restaurant they go to, because sometimes I think that I think women and men both experience this, but I think especially for women because it's an expectation for women to be like, I'm so I'm anti like
social.
antisocial, but like I hate like trends. So like the luxury trend, or the soft girl era trend.
I'm in my soft girl era.
I understand it. I totally get it, and I understand it. However, realistically,
You should never not be in your soft girl
so
era.
soft girl era is basically where, I feel like for different people it means different things, but overall it's like, you live in a softer life. You're relaxing. You're not stressing about things. You're going to take yourself out on dates. You are going walking in nature and experiencing life. But I think my problem with that is that's not everyday realistic for every single body. And it's not to negate the fact that problems are still happening even if you are in a soft girl era, or just whatever. I don't know what men do, or whenever they in they bag or whatever, however they feel like when they,
your soft guy era, JB.
I don't know what era, whatever type of, I just know as a woman, like, the type of things that we have, but I think that a lot of stuff is so unrealistic, and we have to, they make it seem like we have to live up to certain trends or be a certain type of way in order to get a certain type of man or a person, or to be accepted even by women, like women trying to accept other women, because you have to have a certain look, you have to be doing this. Girl, he not flying you out, he not taking you this place or whatever. Yeah. And so it's just a bunch of expectations that are so unrealistic, which leads you to really be unhappy.
I'm glad that you said this. So now, if you invite a dude over at 11 o'clock at night,
okay,
and he's over there trying to like have a conversation, did you read the new Harry Potter? Like, if you invite him over at 11 o'clock, now maybe somebody died, maybe you have, whatever you need to vent or you need to shoulder the crown. But like generally, if you invite a guy over 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, you're expecting a certain thing, right?
Not necessarily, because it's a difference between 11, 12, and 1.
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's a difference. Okay,
if you invite him over at 1 o'clock in the morning.
How was your relationship with this person? What have y'all been doing before?
But what I'm saying is, if he hits you with the, oh, I didn't know you was trying to do that.
Okay, well, that's not.
What would your reaction wouldn't be like?
You can still
no, I get that, but what I'm saying is, you wouldn't be thinking like, if I called you over here at 1 o'clock in the morning, obviously, not to say that was a guarantee, but you should have at least been open to the possibility. Like, I normally don't call you after 9:48. But like today, I'm telling you to come over at 1.
Who is telling who to come over?
No, you're telling him to come over at 1. So what I'm saying, and then if he acts like he didn't know if you're trying to put it on him, and he acts like, oh, Alexis, I thought you just needed to talk. What would your mindset would be? You knew if I told you to come over at 1. At least be open to the possibility.
That's because you're assuming that that's what someone is thinking. You just put the thought in hypothetical Alexis's head that that's what she was expecting, but maybe she actually just wanted to talk and chill.
So do you know of homegirls, because some of your people, do you know of homegirls that have invited somebody over at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they were just like, oh, I just want to.
Yeah, just want to what though?
No, oh, I just wanted to see you. I just wanted to have a conversation.
Actually, yes.
Oh, okay.
it's more common than you think.
Oh,
It's
Now-
more common than you
Yeah.
think.
Now I do think because
you done had some women invite you
If
over
you
at 1
like
o'clock in the
got
morning.
like a
that just
really
want to
chill
talk.
person, sure.
No,
No.
have you ever had somebody invite you over at 1 in the morning and they just wanted to chill? Okay, thank you. Because if somebody invited me over, nigga, if they invite me over at 3:22
I'm just
p.m.
saying.
in the afternoon with the sun out,
If
they
they hit you-
like,
if they hit
if
you
I
up-
call you over here, nigga, you know what time it is. It's time to pay
But
what
yeah,
you
you
owe.
need to say that before you get there.
I get that, but no, the reason why I asked that is because, like we were talking about how these women don't ask me to come over and
See,
kick
there you
it.
go.
No,
He said D. He said D. He didn't say y'all. Though.
I didn't say y'all.
These
These
women.
These.
Oh,
Certain,
it sound like a-
certain,
These.
It sound like a
members,
slur.
certain members of the fair sex have said like, don't ask me to come over, fly me out. But it's like,
See, this outrageous.
no, but this is what I'm saying.
It
But
is.
have
It's outrageous.
have you ever had a woman like bring you out somewhere
Fly?
Fly me out.
or pay for you to drive or whatever?
Get flued out.
Because I've had all but I've had
Drive.
all of that. And so now when I'm on that, like, oh, you my homegirl or we friends, and then like, you know what I'm saying, we kicking it or whatever, and she come out from the back, I'm like, oh, what are you wearing? Like, nigga, I flew you out here. I paid for your train ticket. I paid for your bus ticket. Like, and I'm gonna need for you to bus. Like, it was assumed like you need to know what this is going on. And the reason why I asked it is because again,
You know the
expectation.
vibes,
Wow, you just
No,
got
but
objectified.
sometimes they will
I
hit
would
you
think.
with the, oh, you bro, and this, that, or whatever. Until it's like, nah, bro, I need you to be a hoe right now. Like, so, but if a guy is like, okay, I flew you out, I paid for your plane ticket, I'm paying for all of your, we going shopping and doing all of that. I got a hotel room, a suite that's got one king size bed in it, and we sleeping in the bed, and now I'm laying next to you like, what you doing? Like, I'm not flying out with nobody, nigga. If I fly out with my mom and dad, I'm sleeping in a separate room, nigga. Y'all got me messed up.
But
I'm not sleeping nowhere
That
near
was
you
never a
niggas.
player move. Like even
What?
For I'm just talking.
No, that was not. I didn't
By-
either.
Like
By the way, women are not just flying you out and being like, all right, so, like, what you here for? Women,
Oh,
are
so
more
you can say
likely-
women, but I can't say women.
yep, because I'm a woman, I can say it.
right.
Women are more likely to be objectified. Like, how you saying, so, oh my God, you acting like that's a shock to us. That's not even a shock because it's like, well, now I know I shouldn't get, if you already know what it's going to be, you're not even going to get on the flight. Because you already know in somebody's head it could possibly be taken as, I'm flying you out, therefore you owe me this. Why would I go?
Unless it's
Unless
you
you,
say it up front.
yeah, unless you want to go.
Like,
This
look,
is
I know
what
what
you
this.
do.
I know what it is. What it look like. We gonna have this room.
This
It's-
what we
it's-
doing.
It's only one bed in here, right?
But you don't have to say all that. Like, if you say, I got a room, and this is what we talked about this the other week. Like, man, people can be so logical till it come to certain stuff. You want to be a detective who you calling, who you texting, who calling you at this time. Oh, man, y'all got all the logic in the world. If I say,
Yeah.
I already got a room, I didn't say who was y'all. I didn't put no gender on it. I just said y'all. It could be anybody.
Men and women.
But if I say I got a room, now all of a sudden I gotta clarify if it's more than one bed. If hold up, so now hold up, cause you're like, oh yeah, you gotta clarify. If a chick tell you, hey JB, I got a room, what is your immediate thought? Are you thinking one bed or two beds?
I'm thinking one bed.
One bed. And you ask any dude, if a woman says, I've got a room, our automatic thought is that, oh, I'm okay, we got a room. But on the flip side, it's like if I say I got a room, it can be turned around and here's the double standard, like, oh, I didn't know you meant it was one. I thought it was a joining.
Why else
I
would
thought
she
it
be
was
there?
double beds.
What's she there for? Y'all not talking about what y'all there for.
But
Why
that-
we in the room together?
Yeah,
What are we
yeah.
doing when we
But
get
so
here?
now if you don't
just-
ask the question,
Who not?
just one of them don't. Because he said he was taking chili Applebee's.
So
Nigga, I
if
wouldn't
they
take
know,
him
no,
nowhere.
we talking about the room though.
Yeah,
So
the
if you
room.
know you going to the room, and if you already have a pass with this person, I mean, it would be easier to infer that, like, you know, what the room is for.
But what if you
However,
don't have a pass?
Why? That's this sound
No,
like
because what he
I'm not
said
going
is
to
he
no
said he would.
room.
You said you would take him to Chili's or Applebee's or something like that. TGI Fridays.
He ain't saying we'll take it
No,
to the Motel
no, no.
6.
What I'm
Nah,
saying
I
is
take the
because
one.
my thing was is like I let
Okay.
it be known, like, hey, we're going here. I
Okay.
got this. Now, if you don't want to go, that's fine. But this is my plan. We're going here first, and then we're coming back here, and we chilling. So now, if you say, "Oh, I'm straight on that," cool, man, no harm, no foul, like
Okay.
whatever. But now, if you say, "Okay, bet," now when I go pick them up, they spend the night bag. So they already had in their mind. They kind of understood. I didn't have to. Common sense ain't always common, but in some cases it is. They had in their mind like, okay, when he said he had a room, they had it implied like, okay,
Maybe they
this
just
gonna
want to
be me
spend the
and him.
night.
Okay, but and they did, and they got everything they was asking for. But what I'm saying
Okay.
is that but in some cases, because like I said, I don't always respond to the comments, but I read them.
Mm-hmm.
I see what, and I understand the frustration because in my mind, I've been on both sides of it. I've gone to a chick's house. Hey, yo, come over, kick it. We talk, and then when I get ready to leave, it's like, oh, so you just spent the whole night. We talk like, what you talking about? Why you think I called you over here? I'm like, oh, my bad. But then there's been some other times where, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew when I called somebody over there, like they walk in when they closing the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight birthday suit. And but the mindset was they were already. They was like, oh, okay, for real. That's what we on bet. I was waiting on you. But like I said again, I've been on the other side where I was like, oh, okay, she just said she want to kick it, and then
But nothing should be assumed though.
No.
you right.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like I never dealt in that manner. What I was saying.
As handsome as you was, nigga.
In the play.
This nigga look like Tay Diggs back in
I'm
his
still
teenage
handsome
days.
now. Don't get it twisted.
No, I'm not saying you're not. I'm saying, but
yeah,
he legit.
younger.
You
yeah.
seen The Best Man? That nigga look like Tay Diggs in The Best Man.
Stop it, man.
No,
But
pull the picture up.
what I'm
So
saying
hold up,
is,
but before we put this episode out, when we talk about this, I want you to put because you know how to get a good gift and a good caption. I want you to put a side by side of you and Tay Diggs. See, you ain't gonna act right.
Nope.
But that nigga was. I mean, he's still handsome, but that nigga was gorgeous.
Stop,
Okay,
stop
like
it.
this nigga was a whole
Stop it.
situation.
Stop it, man.
I mean, like
Situation.
man, I'm talking about this nigga be wearing vests and everything,
Stop
like
it.
with loafers and all that.
Fuck
And he's talking about like we couldn't take him nowhere.
What I was
But keep
saying,
going.
what I'm
I
saying
ain't
is
fresh.
like you got like, you know, what I was about to say. So you done
See,
messed up
he
my
done threw you
thought.
off.
He done threw me off, right?
No, because he about to tell some lies.
Nothing
Nah.
should be assumed, though, is what you were saying.
Yeah, that should be assumed. Like if I'm taking somebody to a room or something, like
At 1 in the
I
morning.
ain't get nobody no game. But it's like
At 1 in the morning.
at 1 a.m, like
So would you tell
I'm
your
trying to
daughter?
debate, do I
You
even
have
wanna say
a daughter.
this, huh?
Would you tell her, hey, it's okay for you to go
No,
to
of
somebody's?
course not.
Oh, okay. You gonna say stay the fuck
course
away
not.
from somebody's room?
Yeah, of course I would tell my daughter.
Exactly. You know why? Because they're gonna be thinking if you come back at 1 in the morning, it's going
Because I
down.
But
know
it
most
depends
niggas
on
ain't
how
gonna
old
think
they
like
are,
me.
too.
Yeah.
It depends on how old you are. But also, why are we going to a room? Where do you live?
I'm gonna have a conversation more with a 25-year-old, 28-year-old than I am with a 40-year-old. With a 40-year-old, you already know what this is. And we said this the other week, man, roll them old ass draws down. You know what this is.
Okay.
I'm saying with a 25, like we can
Okay.
laugh and joke, key. But with somebody who's older, like you know how this movie ends. Like
Yeah,
what
but I
are
think
you
that
here
also
for? This ain't
depends
your
on,
first
like,
time around the block.
The relationship that you already have with this person. To me, all this is like beginning of like relationship where things are unclear, because after, if you have done something so many times or a couple times, honestly, if you do it one time and you kind of get the vibe of this person, oh, okay, this person really ain't on nothing, but they invite me to the room, I already know what the room mean. Okay, well, you ain't really on nothing, so this just is what it is. So it can be different for different people, because like if you meet a different person and like they can actually talk to you. And because it's been plenty times where I spend time with people like past 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, where we could just be talking, and it'll be that on that. And it's to the point where if you ever had like a conversation with somebody that was just like intoxicating and like stimulating to your mind, where you just really just want to keep talking, like you're not even
That's on the
don't
phone,
really.
right?
Ain't on that.
No, it could be in person. It could be in person.
At his crib or your crib?
Either one. Either one.
Oh, okay. Sell me some.
And you just talk. Sometimes you really get caught up in conversation. If
No,
you meet
I
a person
get that.
that really
I'm
like
saying,
to
but if
talk,
we're out at the bar or we're walking in the park, it's totally different from you sitting in my space, like 2 feet away from where the danger zone happens. And you know what I'm saying? Or I come over there and you're wearing your night clothes. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got, like, you got a, I don't know what women's pajamas are called, but like you got on that, you know what I'm saying? No bra on, and I'm looking, I can see everything. And we're just sitting here talking, and you expect me to think about how good the conversation going?
yes, because you don't
No.
have to objectify a woman. Because guess
I
what?
don't have to objectify
Listen,
you.
the same way you
Speak
said,
it.
oh, the women are tired. When you go lay down with your girl, let's say your girlfriend or your wife, her boobs can be out. She can be naked, and you still don't have to be like, well, since we right here and we already in the bed and you already naked, like
That's exactly
you might as
how
well.
you
Not exactly. Sometimes you just want to lay down naked and just be chilling.
Man, if your
Maybe want to watch a
pointing at
show.
me, I'm
Maybe
going
want
to say hello.
But that's
How
not.
are you
That's
guys
not
doing? It's been a minute.
everything.
Yeah.
Not
Because guess what? What if you was tired? Like you was saying, I'm not allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be tired.
okay,
Just
but what
whoever you
but
with
it's
don't want you.
true. But if I ain't got on nothing, or I got on my gray jogging pants with no drawers on, and you clearly see I'm standing at attention, I don't get to say I'm tired because you're gonna be like, oh, well, somebody ain't tired. Somebody's speaking to me.
What if she don't feel like doing it?
No, I'm saying the guy don't feel like doing it.
But what if she don't?
But
Just
no,
because she see you in
but
that
no.
way, don't mean that
But
she
what
would
I'm saying
actually
is,
want it.
Yeah.
does a world exist, JB, where you sitting there hard enough to cut a diamond and you get to walk away unscathed?
Yes, absolutely.
And she's coming at you. I ain't talking about you coming at her. You chilling, but she's on that energy, and she see like, oh, you standing up at attention. Is it a world that exists where you get away unscathed?
Not from my experience.
No, not at all. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay,
From my
okay,
experience,
okay.
a world
I
does not
can't
exist
say. From
where,
my
because
experience,
again, you can whisper in our ear, you can touch the back of my neck, you can say something, so, and now, even though I might be sleepy, my body's going to respond. And then the immediate reaction is like, oh, well, hello, you happy to see me,
Okay, well, no means no. Say no.
supposedly. So,
No means no.
Say no.
so now,
Stand up for yourself.
so now,
No pun intended. But just stand.
So now
Lord.
we watched this video. It was a comedian, Whitney Cummings, and she was saying she had a TV show called Whitney. Excuse me, she's been in some movies and stuff like that, TV shows. But she was talking about she dated this professional athlete.
Yeah.
And so she was saying that he could talk to anybody, right? Like, and so they kind of got into it one day, and she was like, "Why would you date me? Like, I'm the type of chick you date if you want a problem."
And she said,
And so what she was kind of like
Challenge.
challenge.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Why does any man want to challenge?"
Why would I want to challenge? Yeah.
And so that's what we on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
I mean, I get it. I mean,
no, go ahead, JB, because I was going to ask you, JB, what do you think? Do you? And I'm gonna need you to pontificate for a minute. Do you want? Or are you ever looking for? Have you ever looked for a woman who was a challenge?
I have. Yeah.
No, explain it though.
Now I have, for the simple fact of, well, I can tell you I have, just for like, just like I was saying, different parts of my life in the 20s or whatever. Like, I like the feisty, silly woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I liked at a point of time. But it was like, I get that, but depending on what I'm looking for, am I looking for like a wifey type? You know, I wouldn't look for that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it was a time that, you know, that I did. But like, what you think about that?
I think
Part
like
of the challenge.
I think it depends because like a challenge in what way? You know, like are you being hard to get in that way being a challenge, or
I agree.
because like you know I could be with somebody and you know I know for me I like a challenge sometimes.
For sure. Yeah.
Most times, honestly, like somebody, oh, okay, well, let's see, like, I wanna do the things that it takes to, get a person, just like I want the person to do those same things to get me. But I'm not saying I'm gonna make it like I'm not gonna sweat you and make it so hard for you that it becomes like not fun.
Yeah.
But I think that if we're talking about challenging another way, where you are challenging a person's mindset or challenging a person's actions, I think that's a good challenge too. Like
Yeah.
after like the childish challenge where it's like kind of playing the cat and mouse games.
Yeah.
See, to me that's a different type of challenge when you first getting to meet somebody, or you getting to know somebody, or you trying to get somebody that you feel like might be out of your league, or somebody that you feel like you just the best person, most perfect person. You feel like, wow. But if you are in a relationship already and you are wanting a challenge, I think that it's nothing wrong with like your guy challenging you or you challenging your guy to think higher or to do better in certain ways. Even if you don't agree with what they saying, it's just putting a thought in somebody else's brain to make them think in a different way.
Yeah, like when I think of challenge, this is what I want my lady, a woman, a wife, whatever, to challenge me in. Challenge me to like, quote unquote, boss up or get some more
Do
money.
better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or to get further my education or something like that. Or inspire me to think of a vision or plan, because I see that you are, furthering your education, or you got these business ideas or entrepreneur ideas. And so now you're challenging me to like step up. Now, for what it sounded like they were talking about, like challenging was like on a trifling tip.
Yeah.
Kind of like you try me.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, explain trifling, unpack the trifling too.
I mean, the trifling thing is just like you just being trifling. You arguing about where we going to eat at, or what movie we go see a movie, and now we bickering about the lady's perspective on the movie, the man perspective, and we just have a fight out the whole night. You know what I mean? Like, challenge me on that tip. To me, that's the trifling tip. But yeah, I want a woman that would challenge me, but just challenge me like in a good way to be better.
Mm-hmm.
But I would tell him before you left out, it was like, I did want somebody to challenge me.
What do you mean leave out? That's not on camera. No, I'm just playing.
like in like TSU days, like you kept a little feisty, little light skinned girl. You know what I mean? Like,
She's like, "Are you coming for me?"
Yeah.
No, so like, I think what they
cool.
were saying though,
At that
like
point,
in what she was saying, because she was like, "Why would you date somebody like me? I'm the person you date when you want to challenge, and not challenge like on a boss up level, or like."
What did she mean by that?
So she was basically like, "I'm confrontational.
yeah,
Like I like to go
trifling.
back and forth. I like to, cause she was coming from the standpoint of like, I thought that was like a turn on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For us to be arguing. And so it's one thing for like it to be an organic situation. And then at the end of it is like, girl, come here. It's another thing of like, and I think, shout out to Man School 202. It's Dante Nero. He's the guy who used to be on the Black Phillip show. It was him and Patrice O'Neal. They had that. Right.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
Dante Man School 202, right?
Okay.
So, but it's like, so like imagine like how you talked about, and you said this off camera, like how long your day was today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know how, like, now I don't know, we was talking about your work schedule. But like, how my work schedule be at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I legit, you know what I'm saying? It was 7:00. I'm getting home and I got to do everything I got to do before I come over here. And I've been gone, you know what I'm saying, since that same time this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like now, let's just say hypothetically speaking, I get home. I don't want to come to no conflict or no argument. I don't want to come to friction. Now, if friction is needed, you know what I'm saying? Like you find another woman's drawers in my drawer or something like that, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I got a receipt with a number on the back of it. That's different.
That's
but
what
like,
I was gonna ask. Like,
yeah.
Where's the friction even gonna
So-
come from? Where's the challenge coming from?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that some people don't just like go and make up stuff out the blue.
Right.
But I'm just wondering, like, okay, you get home from a long day at work. What am I challenging you about?
So that, but that's what she was saying though. Like he was somebody when he came in, she was causing because I guess she thought that he would like that. And what he said to her was, "What makes you think that any man wants a challenge
See, I
in
need
his
to
relationship?"
to dig deeper into that because I need to know like what exactly because what is the challenge?
Yeah, now that's the thing. Like when I think of a challenge, when the dudes were talking about, I don't want a challenge. Like to me, that's when you're coming into a stable relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when you want a stable relationship, right? But I'm thinking, she gave the context. It was a basketball player. I guess an NBA
Yeah,
basketball.
well, no, she said a professional athlete. She didn't
Okay.
say. Yeah, she didn't say
I'm
exactly
thinking
because she
basketball player.
didn't say what sport it
Yeah.
was
She
because she didn't want people to know who the person was.
All right, but let's say
Right.
Let's
So
say
let's
it's
just
a
say basketball
let's say
or
it's a
football,
basketball
right.
player.
Yeah, who?
If it's a basketball
Yeah.
player, like to me, I'm thinking like, so you want something stable with her? You know what I mean? Because basketball players they get around, or football players, whatever.
Yeah.
So they get around. So it's like,
They do.
what if she is challenging you? It's not. Why would you take it that serious unless you want to take her that serious?
I think he
You know what I
was
mean?
though. I mean, like, so let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Have you ever broken up with a woman because you're like, you know what? She's just too nice. She's just too. She got her stuff together so well. She just makes me be the best version of myself, and I can't take it. You've never broken up with a woman. I personally have never broken up with a woman for that. Now I have broken up with a woman because it's like you just can't be happy. Like no matter what I do, you got something to say about something. So then you say fix that, I fix that, but then I ain't doing this.
She percolate on
But then
something.
when I do this,
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, you ain't doing this no more. But it's like in order for me to do this, I can't do that. So like take your pick. You see what I'm saying? Like every time I walk in, it's something. And sometimes I just want to exist. Because guess what? If I came on that same energy towards you, you'd be like, why you coming at me like that? Why you talking to me like that? Why you always fussing? Why you always nitpicking? Why you nagging at me? When you talk to me like that, that make me feel some type of way. But now you think that I like coming to hear that bullshit. I don't. Now keep in mind, if it's something that need to be done, I get it. You know, if your tire's on flat and I keep pulling up in the driveway and
No,
see the
that's
tire.
not a challenge. Let me
That
tell you,
exactly. That's what I'm
Go ahead.
saying.
that's not the challenge.
Yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
I really lost my second point that I had in my head.
That's why I
But
want her to go on and get on.
but my
see?
first thing is okay. So how about we look at this from another perspective with the challenge thing? Is it that and also we have to think about where is this challenge thing coming from? Because maybe he told her, you like I don't want no challenge, like I don't want nobody that's giving me a challenge. Maybe he's used to women not challenging him.
Oh, definitely.
Maybe he's
But
used
see,
to
I
people
think that's
just
where y'all losing it. He's
May-
not talking about challenging like you pushing me to be better. I'm talking about
No, she
like
not
I'm
either,
not,
though.
I'm
No,
not
no,
either.
no, don't I'm saying, like, but from
some
a-
women, if you are an athlete, okay, because I have talked to a athlete before and a professional one, and okay, well, if I don't talk to you, somebody else will,
Yeah.
and that just is what it is. Now I can go off, I can turn up, and I can be challenging if I want to, but being challenging don't matter to a person who doesn't like to be challenged. You don't want a challenge. So therefore, anybody that challenges you, you feel like they trying to,
Right.
look at you, see.
I'm saying, but like, so you said cooking was a love language,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to be with somebody who every time you bring them a plate before they eat, did you put enough pepper in it? Did you put enough salt in it? Did you put in some oregano? Now it's one thing like if they ask you one time, but if every time it's like that's like you're challenging me. You know from playing to like if you had a coach who
Okay.
before you saw me play a game, JB, your serve ain't there. So you ain't even seen. I've been working on myself. You hadn't seen me serve yet.
Right.
Oh, JB, your volleying ain't like you ain't seen me. JB, you need to work on your cardio. Like coach, I've been working. Wait till I play the game, then critique. It's like you're coming at me before you even see me play, or you're coming at me before you tasted my food. Like he was speaking from
You're
the
just complaining.
standpoint.
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Right, but no, I get that. But what I'm saying is, you ain't even tasted it yet.
Yeah.
You're coming at me about the oregano or the salt or pepper. Taste it first, and if I'm wrong, correct me. But like nobody wants to be in a situation where before we even deal with whatever it is, you're coming at me. And that's what he was talking about. Nobody wants to be in a challenge like I'm in a fight and we ain't fighting. Yeah. That's where he was coming from. Like, why am I? Nobody wants to be in a fight, and like, unless we got a reason to fight. But I come in from work, training, whatever, and as soon as I walk in the door, I'm fighting you, and you're saying you're doing it because you thought that's what I would like. You're doing it because you thought that was a turn on for me. And his response was, why would any man want to deal with that?
So maybe we need to explore, like, I mean, we can't get the context of that because, like, of course, it's social media. So only half of what we see is really real. But if this is a person that he has been with and obviously she feels comfortable enough to say, well, I thought that's what you would like. What are the past behaviors that's going on for her to be, and what has she been rewarded with for challenging him in the past? Because any person that's constantly doing something to you, maybe she challenged him and he put her in her place, and that's really what she wants. But she maybe don't know how to express that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, she said the word challenged. That was the word that she used.
Okay.
But the context of what she was saying is like, let's use another word. That's a synonym for it in the context of what she was saying.
But how we know the context?
No, because you got to go back and listen to the whole thing. Like, she was doing an interview and she was expressing.
They didn't play the whole interview.
No, they played the part where she was saying them. Yeah. So like, let's use in context. So I'm the type of woman that you talk to when you want somebody to be antagonistic. And so he was saying, why would any man want to be with a woman who's antagonistic? So the word challenge, because like case in point, Harry Potter, who was the protagonist, the main character? Harry Potter, who was the antagonist, or the person who was challenging him? Voldemort. So when you say challenge, not challenge in the sense of, because challenge can also mean I'm pushing you to be the best version of yourself. Right. Not in that context. She's saying, I'm the type of woman that you deal with when you want an antagonist, because I thought that was a turn on.
To some people it is.
Exactly. But we know a lot of women who get back with dudes, like, because I know, and again, I know people, I ain't gonna say women, I know people who have broken up with other people because you're too nice.
Yeah.
You're too much of a gentleman.
That happened to me.
Right? Like I know people who say that, and like, you'll get with a dude that's cussing you out, that's slapping you upside your head. How is that pushing you to be better? That sounds like an antagonist to me. And what she was saying is that I thought that you would like somebody who you could go back and forth with, who you can argue with, because that would be a turn on for you. And then the conversation. No, but again, you got to listen to. You got to go back, because I listened. I know how many times.
Twice.
Cause no, I went back and listened to it like 5 times.
I listened twice.
And I was listening to the initial interview, and I was listening to what Dante and his co-host was saying, but the context of what it was.
So you actually went onto the podcast. And
yes,
actually
right. And what I'm saying is, she said she was under the impression that men, because women like that. Well, she likes that. I'm sorry, she likes that. She thought that men like somebody to be going back and forth with them, to be arguing with them, to be, and she said because that was what she was under the impression, because she felt like that men want that.
That was her experience.
And what she was what they were saying is, though, we don't, after you go through living your life and how we just talked about, men, we can't open up, we can't be vulnerable. So when I come home or when I come to you, I don't want to be in another fight. And I've been fighting with my job, who ain't paying me but overworking me, and who hit me with, because you a man, deal with it, nigga. No. And so now when I come home, I don't want to be arguing with you. I've been arguing all day. I've been fighting all day. Not to say that it won't be conflicts, but I don't want to come home and now we're fighting, and then after we're fighting, then you expected me to be all lovey-dovey after we done just got through going 10 rounds. Because in now sometimes if I'm horny, yeah, but sometimes I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. Okay, you said what you had to say. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, I don't even want to look at you right now. And then like, oh, I thought you liked it. No, I don't. Not after I just got through getting my ass kicked all day.
Now, once you get to a certain level, like, maybe that's how you two met. Maybe that's how, you know what I'm saying? Y'all started off getting rough in the bedroom and being challenging. Like, that was y'all thing at first, right? And then...
How does rough in the bedroom translate to a conversation?
Because sometimes before, like, sometimes people need to be put in their place. So you might want to argue or, do this or do that or go back and forth, even if it's not serious. But to be challenged. But maybe as you grow, you don't want that anymore. But
Cause
even
that
before
that,
yes, it can.
It can be sexy to a degree.
Me telling you.
So you're thinking about when I get off work and I'm
tired. No, but that was what.
Like what? Like
go
what?
back,
like,
and that's all I'm saying. When you go back and listen to the context of that video, that's what they were saying.
Okay.
And he was expressing to her, when I get through doing everything that I'm doing, I don't want to come home and deal with that. Me telling you in an intimate setting, girl, bring me that ass, throw that ass. Or whatever, you telling me, give me that dick. Like, that is completely different when I walk in. Where the fuck you been at, nigga? Or who you be like, how come I ain't seen you all that? No, and some people do, but everybody
like,
don't.
I ain't been, like,
but okay, but check this out. But so in that context, where you been at is cool. But how come you ain't fixed the sink? That ain't.
But I think
you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with where you been at, but you asking me how come you ain't fixed the sink? That ain't or how come this light bulb and this I wish somebody would fix this fucking light bulb. No, but that is what she was coming from, and she was saying
I have to rewatch the video.
She thought that he would like that.
No, no woman would know. No,
she liked that toxicity. And what Dante then was saying is, if I like what you like, I would want a dude. If I wanted somebody to be going back and forth with me and be into like, I would want them. Like, I don't want that. I want the opposite of me. And again, shout out to the late great Patrice O'Neal. But for any woman, if you want to make your man happy, think of exactly what makes you happy and do the exact opposite. If you want to make your man, so case in point, what do women usually love? Now you different because you gave your whole list, but women usually love romance movies. You know what I'm saying? They love that. What's the opposite of that? Like action and sports, right?
BMF.
You see what I'm saying? Exact. No, some of them like that because they like what's my boy name? Blue Da Vinci. No, not is that his name? Not Blue Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Is that his name? The one that plays the Southwest T.
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
I said Blue Da Vinci. Da Vinci. Yeah. But they like him, so they'll watch it. But what I'm saying is like you trying to watch the NCAA tournament. Mm-hmm. She wants to watch Barbie. Mm-hmm. So what's the opposite of Barbie? Which is some girly dolly stuff or The Notebook.
Yeah.
It's the Expendables. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's Jason Bourne. It's James Bond. It's the NCAA tournament. It's the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Like, so do exactly whatever is the opposite of what. Ooh, I would hate that. He probably like that.
You know what I think we should normalize though? Being individuals.
I agree.
It's okay to do your own thing. Like, I've dated people where I will sit and I can watch a movie. Like, if just say we want to be together. However, whatever you're watching, I don't want to watch. I'm just going to watch something else on my phone. We can still be together. However, I just want to watch what I want to watch. I want to be in my own little world. I mean, I'm still here with you.
So if she put the Notebook on, it's okay for you to be watching BMF on your cell phone next time?
Yes.
Or do you got to be watching the Notebook?
Now
you do not have to be watching.
I'm talking from somebody. So do you got to be watching the Notebook, or can she be watching the Notebook and you right next to her, cuddled up, and you got your phone up, and you sitting up here watching Power or BMF?
At this point where we are, yeah.
No, I ain't talking about at this point because y'all done been through some. I'm talking about on the initial part of.
Oh, you talking about initial?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was you doing? What was you watching?
You gotta come to a
Then I'm watching whatever she.
You're watching what she. But what I'm saying is, and so you've gotten to.
But once you get into,
you're speaking to where he is now. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're correct. That's where you are now. What I am saying though is that a lot of times.
It's romance now.
No. I'm saying you're saying what he was just. I'm saying both of y'all. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of people who have not taken your concession. Because, like, to your point, is sometimes you may be watching something and she'll be watching Real Housewives or whatever.
Exactly what
you know what I'm saying? But like some people,
exactly what
it doesn't matter if it's the male or the female. Because some cases, the dude could be watching something and he don't want you to be watching. You got to be watching it with me. But then when you're watching something, he like, I'm watching the game. But then on the flip side, I know sometimes where it's people's like, oh, we watching Sisters and you got to be watching Sisters with me.
Well,
But
they
then
gonna
now
beat
when
you
I'm
up if
watching,
you don't watch it.
no, I'm saying I'm
gonna
not
start
speaking
an
about
argument.
you.
You're gonna start an
I'm
You're
argument.
right.
saying,
You're right. Okay.
but now when the game come on,
That's very petty.
I'm watching it, and you're sitting here right up under me, but I can't even focus the game because I keep hearing about, you know what I'm saying, the lies, the lies. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear that on your phone, and it's like, but now if I was watching the game while you watching Sisters, and I'm like, come on, LeBron, like it's gonna be a
Nine
whole
times out of
problem.
10 will be. So why can't it be the lies and come on, LeBron at the same time?
I'm not saying it can't. We're not speaking. We're
Because if
speaking.
I'm really into it, I don't really care what you're doing. I mean, we just here together, but I'm in my own little world. Sometimes you just want to be separate but equal.
We're speaking from a woke position. I'm speaking from the people who still asleep. Okay, and clearly, if y'all are watching
She
this,
there, 'cause
but keep in mind, even though she's made, and I'm not taking anything away from her points, right? Like we talked about my critique of her off camera. I'm not taking anything away from her points. What I am saying though is that even though we all are not necessarily driving down the same street, we're all trying to get to the same destination.
Right.
So
Should be.
I'm giving you pushback because again, it's people who hear what you're saying, but they don't hear what he's saying. They don't hear what I'm saying. So they're strictly like, oh, I'm all Lex, but they're negating what JB is saying. They're negating what I'm saying. But then you got some people that's probably like, yeah, Rag, you talk your shit, but they're ignoring you.
Yeah.
Who is making valid points? They're ignoring JB. You got some people that's like, yeah, JB, preacher man, talk to him, but they not hearing you. They not hearing me. And so I'm just trying to make sure that people understand it is 3 different perspectives.
Yeah.
But we're all trying to get to the same, like we talked about the sports things earlier. We're trying to get to the same touchdown.
Trying to get to
right? Even though we're going about it, I'm not going to say a different way, but in our own way.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it work. And again, going back to the spiritual standpoint, when David got ready to kill Goliath, he told Saul was like, okay, here, wear my armor. He got ready to move. He's like, I can't move like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a grown man. Like, I'm 16. I can't wear this.
Individual.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like how you said, right. Let me do what I do the way I've done it. But we're still going the same direction. But I have to be able to drive my own car. I can't drive your car. I can't drive a stick shift. Right. I can drive automatic. Or I can't drive a car. I can drive a bike. Or I can drive a motorcycle. You know, I can fly a plane or a helicopter. But, like, don't force me to fly a helicopter and I'm riding a bike. We going the same way. Let me get there how I'm getting there. And so I'm just pointing out, because again, your points are extremely valid. You're not lying. But I am saying that some people sometimes, they completely want to be antagonistic. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
And you got that. And they think that, because I've dealt with some women, like, I dealt with some women who was like, if you ain't trying to fight me, you don't love me.
Okay, and what you do?
Oh, it was over with. I'm out. I ain't finna go to jail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even a pretty nigga, but I can't go to jail because guess what? I'm going to go for 6 months. I'm going to end up doing life. It'd be like, man, I thought he was going for tax evasion. Roche stabbed a nigga. Because ain't nobody taking it. Hey, I'm saying. But, you know, again, like JB, you dealt with some women who they weren't antagonistic, like arguing. Yeah. But they going to make you finna be the one. Yeah. And you were still like, I'm trying to figure it out. And they trying to put you on some husband and stepdaddy stuff.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you were like, okay, I'm cool with getting to know people. Maybe we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm more focused on trying to make sure I'm straight. True. I need to be whole before I can give you all of me.
True.
But you guys, you let me take you out. You let me do this. You lead me on. No, you let them know that.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to stop you there because I have a rule within myself. Now I'm not speaking for everybody, but
speak for you.
I'm just speaking for me. I have a thing where I don't go out with people that I don't see a future with. I would just rather not go. It's no point in me going out to dinner if I don't like you. It's no point in me going out and talking to you or we hanging out when I really don't see anything with you. Not to say, like you were saying earlier, like, nothing should be expected. However, if I know that I have no interest in you at all, I'm not going to go anywhere with you because what is the point of me going anywhere with you? But I'm not saying that that's how everybody is. Some people do just go out on dates just to go out, like, a little 48 oyster girl.
Get that nice little meal.
She want the meal or whatever. But if I go somewhere, I like this person.
So have you ever have you ever met somebody and as you got to know them, like initially I'm straight, but over time you was like, I give that person a shot.
Yeah.
And the reason why I asked that, because generally that happens more with someone like yourself. I ain't gonna say than us, because like I've never, because for me, no, but what I'm saying is for me, it's never been like I've known you 5 years, I should give you a shot. Like generally, I know within the first 3 months or the first us hanging around, whether we're classmates or I meet you in a bar or something like that, I know kind of sooner rather than later. But I've heard, because again, it's women that I've known for years, and oh man, you the homie. And then we 8 years in, oh, Rochelle, you ain't never give me a shot. Like, you wasn't looking at me in college.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
I think women have to be more selective. Like with me, I wasn't. I was selective, but I can go out with different type of women. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't get emotionally attached. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if let's say if Lex go out with just anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of being a woman, like your emotions can, like, you can put yourself in a position to where you may not can quickly, you know what I'm saying, divert away as I would.
If
you know what I mean?
If he don't look like Drake, it's a fake.
She do like Drake though. She do like Drake though. You know
right, exactly. That's why I said it. Yeah. If he don't look like Drake, it's a fake.
Yeah. No, honestly, I mean, true, but not really. But like I've been on dates with people that I may, like or whatever. However, I realize, as we keep on talking, or we keep on, I just don't really like them as much. Yeah. I think my problem is I'm not the one, for the most part, that feels like, I got the short end of the stick. Now, have I been in that position? Sure. But a lot of times, like you were saying, like you can be talking to somebody and they want to do this with you. They want to have this with you. And it's nothing wrong with this person. It's just, you just are not at that point in your life where you're ready for all that. So when you do get to that point, if you do, if you guys are still friends or still talking, you do have like a genuine connection, I don't think it's anything wrong with doubling back or going back to something like where, or basically revisiting something where it did not work out the first time. But if y'all are both on the same accord in the future, then why not?
So you cool why not even niggas out the friend zone?
He said plug it.
Yeah.
No, because we had a whole episode, season 1, by the way.
Please,
yeah. Because we talked about this. Now, like I said, so because she said she was cool with revisiting. Now, you know my philosophy on the friend zone. Stay away. Do not. Now, not saying I won't be friends, but what I'm saying is that my access, because what I found is that when we're in the friend zone, anytime they want to go to a movie, hit JB up. Go to a sport. Oh, the Grizzlies playing. Let me hit Rag up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is a restaurant. Like hit JB up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just want some company. Hit Rag up. But now if I say, hey, it's a movie. Oh, I want to come see this, and I hit you. It's like, oh, I got this going on. They hit JB up, or you hit them up like, hey, this concert coming to town. I want to say, oh man, and I'm gonna let you know. And so it doesn't. The reciprocation is not the same.
The real question is, why are you still available all this time? Then, know, right? If you letting this girl, she like, I got something going on. Like at no point did you never have anything going on at the same time.
No, it depends on when I get the call. Like not the same day.
No, of course.
But
not
I'm
the
saying
same
if you
day.
call me on Monday, and you're asking about
like,
Saturday. Most of the time, unless it's like a wedding or a funeral, or something like that, if somebody call you Monday. Your Saturday is not booked.
See, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where, okay, boom, let's say you knew this girl in 2020, right? Mm-hmm. And then y'all just been friends or whatever, and like you say, friend zone. Right. But I think that is a scam too, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just say in 2024, you guys would like to revisit. Now, from 2020 to 2024, you mean to tell me ain't nothing been popping in your life? Something had to be going on. So you can't just say, when she wants to blah, blah, blah. No, sometimes maybe if she called you, you might have had something going on as well. So it's the same. Like, I've had a situation that way where me and this person, we always talk, like we never stop being friends. We never stop being cool. But the difference between the if I'm friends on you, you actually really my friend. I don't see no romantic like interest in you at all. Now it's like a middle zone where it's not necessarily friend, but it's the little, you know what I'm saying? Like, they in limbo. So it's like, I mean, you my friend, but you my friend. Like, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we may have never done anything, but I don't look at you as like just a platonic friend. I still have some type of romantic interest in you. So I think it's a difference between like friend zone because
So
you can
that's
choose.
what I'm saying. They had a middle zone. Have you ever had a middle zone?
Absolutely.
No, I'm saying you have. Have you ever had a middle zone? No, she talked the middle zone like they not quite the friend zone, but it's like I still want to be out here outside.
Because I was about to act like...
Just the same way he said he had the boxes. Where this person, and this and this and that and that.
Okay, so let's clarify that. So for the chick who I go to you because you cook and you got them 5 plates, does she ever step into, as you eloquently put it, the box on?
Is that cushy?
I said, has she? Because the chick who cooked for me, she never stepped on the box zone. You got one job. I need them greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, like that's your job.
I mean,
so that's your friend.
Exactly.
I mean,
but now
it's
some people who you're the person who I talk to at night, but I'm only talking to you at night. And not that you're not genuinely a friend, but like I know you got somebody, you got stuff going on. I may have stuff going on, so we're just venting. But in the event, they're like, "Oh, you ain't got nobody? Oh, you ain't got nobody? Girl, quit playing with me. Boy, you better quit playing with me. You better quit playing with me."
So that's not friends.
No, we are, but it's like how you talked about that middle zone.
Yeah, my question is,
you know what I'm saying? Like that middle zone of it could be, but because we are both in a situation, we don't cross that bridge. But now,
but
it just so happened.
If you flirting, you already crossed it.
So have you ever flirted with somebody that's in the middle zone?
Anybody that's in the middle zone is somebody I've been flirting with.
Oh, so you definitely flirted with.
Anybody in the friend zone is my real friend. It's like I'm going to have to let you down easily, but I still want you in my life because I love you. I care about you maybe, but I just don't see you in that way. But middle zone, it's like we can't really get it right now, but, it's like basically you both putting each other on hold. Now, maybe you might be the one at this moment, but at another time they might be the one because I know it's plenty times I was talking to this person and like at one moment like we'd be on like this, we'd be chilling at the house watching movies, never did anything nothing like that, but had like a romantic interest in each other.
Sipping Patron. Because that used to be your friend.
I wasn't.
No, because she had a sore and she'd be like,
I was not drinking the Patron.
Now, my question is, this is probably...
You said you weren't Patron. What was it?
A mimosa.
So you weren't never drinking no tequila?
Yeah, but
okay. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Not with the person.
No, I'm saying just in general. I just said Patron because I saw you with the Patron bottle.
Patron, that's my, that was the young lady,
This may be a little off topic, but just like can a dude still kind of be your friend and can he be your friend and still want to be intimate with you? Like, is that still your friend? Like, could you call him like your friend still? Like, because it's like what we said, it's like this, it's that gray area right in there, right? But the only reason he ain't went to that level is because you ain't never gave the green light.
I'm gonna let her answer first.
So
I want to see. I'm interested. I'm curious.
Can somebody be your friend? Because to me, when people talk about friend, your friend is like, oh, I'm not interested in you. Like, even if I had the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't do it. Like, but I don't think that's real.
What would Nelly say this song? Unless you're gonna do it. That's why she laughed, because she knows who.
I'm just asking, man.
Okay, the question is, can they still be your friend and could you guys like have...
If they're still attracted to you, essentially. If they want you.
Yes and no.
The dual answers.
You can be a friend, but that doesn't negate the fact that there might be feelings or whatever associated with the situation. And if you guys are not like, you can because I think it's not just
Crazy,
straight
man.
and narrow. You know, like it's not a straight line. So you can be doing this with somebody and y'all can be friends, right? But eventually, as time progresses, if you guys are continuously doing this thing, and then like the more you're around somebody, the more you get to know them. Most for the most part,
Yeah.
depends on, especially if this person was your friend before. So if you're around this person, you getting to know this person, or you already know this person,
Yeah.
it can blur the lines of like what exactly it
It's
is,
acceptable.
because it could be you. Just it's like the friendship and the middle all in one, like you know. But I think that when a person starts to develop more feelings, if a person starts to develop more feelings on either side, then that's where it gets a little
How old is it? We were talking
iffy.
about this with Misty or something. It's like, it's almost like, yeah, I'm your friend. Like, but hey, so and so, my tire need fixing or something like that. I'm coming to, he like your friend, but then in the back of his mind, he like, well,
I mean,
shoot, this might
mean,
go
so-
in the brownie points. So I
yeah.
can.
So how would you feel
true,
if
true.
like
But it's difficult. I
so
can't.
so I ain't gonna use nobody here, but like let's say Drake is your dude, and
I mean,
let's say Drake is your dude,
okay,
and Zendaya is his homegirl,
okay,
and they're friends. They're friends, and she calls him at 11:48, and she's like, "Oh Drake, my tire is flat. Can you come pick me up and take me home?" And you and Drake, y'all sitting there chilling. Y'all watching murder mysteries. Y'all watching one of them Netflix documentaries or whatever. You know, you like that.
Watching Mama's Family.
Right? Yeah. No,
Yeah,
not Mama's Family. No.
Family, bro.
Lex ain't watching Mama's Family. Lex is watching.
I love Mama's Family.
Lex is watching true crime. Lex is
I mean,
watching
I
true
do
crime.
watch true crime, but
Yeah,
Mama's
see?
Family
Uh-huh.
is
So y'all sitting up
okay.
there watching true crime, and because y'all have gotten to a place in y'all's relationship,
Yeah.
y'all got true crime on the big screen and Mama's
Okay.
Family on the little screen.
my okay.
And so they're watching that, and then all of a sudden Zendaya called Drake, "Can you come pick me up?"
Okay.
And he like, "Hey, babe, I gotta go pick up Zendaya." And you seen Zendaya?
We gotta go pick up Zendaya.
No, but he like, "I'm gonna go pick up Zendaya."
You said no.
You said y'all gotta go pick up Zendaya.
What's the argument about? Okay, it's Zendaya.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it is an argument. What I'm saying is that she's asking for him.
Okay, and I'll say, oh my
He's
God, can I
about
go?
to be, so you understand.
I don't care what she look like. It just depends on what their relationship
So-
is. People are allowed to be beautiful because I'm pretty
So
and I'm
if-
somebody's friend, and I don't want nobody to judge
I
me
ain't
for
gonna say
how-
no name because I don't want JB to have to do no extra editing work. But you
I'm
know who
going
the person is who I always go to. Like when we go
I
to the
know.
shake joint, you
Yep.
already know.
Yep.
I'll tell you off camera.
Yep.
But if it's her who's asking,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you off camera,
Okay.
you're definitely not. You be like, oh, you gonna pick that. I ain't even gonna say that because people know who it is. Because I be on her tough. But
she
you
said-
can go ahead and get her.
But she's saying the context matters as far as the relationship.
Yeah.
If
And again, if she calls Drake, Lex is gonna be like, oh, you got it. Go ahead. Because I'm watching true crime and Mama's Family at the same time. But now if Zendaya call, oh no, we're going. If Keke Palmer call, oh no, we're going. If
If
who
anybody
else
call,
fine?
we going. We just going.
No. If that person call, you ain't going. You gonna stay your ass in the bed. And again, I can't say this on camera because we haven't blown up yet. And I'm not trying to get canceled. But JB knows exactly who I'm talking about
don't do it. Yeah,
because we
I
talking about how like when we go to the shake joint, we
Okay.
go looking for this. Ain't nobody going looking for her at all. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh Lord.
Hey, no, I'm gonna tell you off camera. But what I'm saying is that it is certain people. If I'm with somebody and they like, oh, Quasimodo called me, and this nigga got one big eye and one little eye, I'm like, okay, go ahead. You got it.
All right,
I'm not now. I might ride because it's late at night, but depending, nigga, if it's noon, I'm gonna be like, you got him. Go ahead, nigga. I'm watching whatever
You
I'm
saying
playing the
no
game.
real threat.
Right. If it's
Nobody not
Quasimodo,
real.
I'm not going. If it's SpongeBob, I'm not going. If it's Krusty Krab, I'm not going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it's Urkel, I'm not going. Now Stefan Urkel,
right.
no. Stefan Urkel, no. I got to ride with you.
All
but
right,
like
let's just say-
Steve, Oh, it's over with.
Let's just say any one of us in a relationship. Okay, let's just say we in a relationship, right? And Drake called me and say, "Hey, can you come and cook this meal for me real quick?" And then blah blah blah. I'll pay you for this meal. Or can you bring me a plate? Am I just going or are we going?
No, I'm not gonna argue with you, but if that was me, I ain't no fucking way. Like, I'm handing you the seasoning. I'm gonna be like Salt Bay. I'm gonna be Salt Shay. Every time you get ready to season, I'm gonna be like.
So what would be said? Like,
And then I'm gonna be quoting Drake lyrics. Started from the bottom, now here. Like, I'm gonna be quoting Drake lyrics.
So
and you know Drake ain't even my rapper, but
so how can you say that if I say, "Oh no, we going," but if
no, cause trust me, if when I say that person, you gonna know like, oh yeah, no, you good.
Okay.
But no, to what she was saying, to her point, I mean, I get it, because it's a gray area, because it's difficult. Cause we were talking about with Misty. It was with Joy Taylor and Taylor Rooks were talking about, they were trying.
Man, if Joy Taylor or Taylor Rooks ever called me and say, my tire on flat, can you come? You better not ever let my ass go see Joy Taylor or Taylor Rooks.
Why?
Or Megan Good or Kelly Rowland or Regina King or Regina Hall or anybody else who's on my list, Skylar Diggins. Like, y'all better not, Shanae Ngakwe, even though she married, congratulations. Y'all better not ever let me, Angela Bassett, old enough to be my mama, y'all better not let me go see that cougar, because all I remember is waiting to exhale with the cigarette when she lit the clothes on fire.
But what if she just wants you to change a tire?
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm gonna change. Oh yeah, she want me to change that. She need to get straightened out.
So he gonna force himself. Right?
No. Don't do that. That's
you right.
No.
I'm just saying, what did it sound like you was insinuating?
What would you? She just wants you to change the tire, so that's it.
I say that because you said that, but I've
been said it. You made
No. You said she wanted me to change her tire.
No, you didn't. You said it. You said, okay, just so you and Drake was laying on the couch, blah blah, and then Zendaya calls and said,
No, I said Zendaya. I ain't saying nothing about Angela Bassett. That's different.
Oh.
So what I'm saying is because I've been in some situations where I go to, oh, you can't reach this. Okay, I'm gonna go over and fix that. Oh, your car. Okay, I know how to change the tire a bit. And then when it's over with, it's like, what you think this was?
I have a friend. I have a friend like that right now.
No, I'm saying you. I'm saying for me. I've been in some situations where my intentions were best laid plans, and it was essentially like, nigga, what you thought this was. And you know, because you've been in some. Mm-hmm. You've been in some where your intention was right. Sure. And we not even going to talk about what it was. You came to the door, and it was like, whoa. And what you say? Like, you had to hold it, like, boy, if I didn't hold fast, it would have been over with for you, boy. Oh, and when and again, but I'm in the same situation. Like, I've been in some situations where my intention was, I'm your homeboy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about this on a couple of episodes ago. Like, you my friend. Because we talked about assault and stuff. Like, oh, you my friend. Like, I'm going through, I just broke up with somebody, or this happened at work. Okay, I just don't want to be alone. I sleep on the couch. Because I'm going to sleep on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Bed. I wake up, and you got my shorts down. I'm supposed to be your friend.
What?
No, we talked about that. We talked about that. So I ain't even joking right now. Yeah. We talked about that. Like, I'm supposed to be your friend, and now you just crossed the line. But now if the shoe was on the other foot, if I did that, I'm going to jail. Mm-hmm. You can do that. It's like, oh, you're a man. You look like, but you're my friend. I don't even look at you that way. I'm trying to stay in the friend zone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be there for you because you said you needed me. And then you didn't cross the line, so now I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So now anybody that I deal with is like, or even if it don't go that far, you call me, oh, I got this, or, you know, I got this new thing. Like, hey, you want to come over watch this? Cool, whatever. And then it's like, when I don't do nothing, you got a real live attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I called you. Why you think I called you over here? I'm like, because I'm your friend?
Yeah. You know, to me, like, the first situation, it sounds like, both, actually. It sounds like, to me, somebody who is manipulative. and they know how to play on like a person's emotions. People that know how to play on your emotions will pull on your heartstrings to make you feel sorry for them to get what they need from you or get what they want from you.
Yep.
No matter how they get it. I mean, who knows? What if they really wasn't even going through anything? But they know that you're the person that they can call because they know that you care in a certain capacity, because obviously you're there. And then you would, I don't even have to sleep with you. I can sleep on the couch. I can, I can.
Yeah.
It's almost like taking kindness for weakness, which, essentially that's what manipulators do. They prey on people who they know are weak in certain ways, not overall, but just weak in certain ways where, like maybe emotionally, or when you have, like, because I know I'm weak for my family. I'll do anything for my family. If they tell me something that's like, I don't care if they right or wrong. Like, I just want to, like, do it for them. Like, I want to, no matter what.
Yeah.
But I know my family wouldn't, manipulate me in that way. However, it's people outside of your family, or sometimes even family, but like sometimes it's worse when it's family. But like, even friends or people that you meet, like they take advantage of the person that you are because they know, all right, this she care about this, she care about that. And it was something I was thinking about today, and something that I'm also dealing with, where it's just been in my mind, like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And so I was thinking about, like we always think about weapons like guns and knives and stuff. Sometimes the weapons are emotional weapons.
Yeah.
And not always physical weapons, but it's also like, I can't keep saying no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I can keep saying it, but sometimes we give people the weapons to use against us. When we too emotional, or we too open, and we too caring with people, like sometimes it's just like, or you oversharing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That gives people weapons in order to, like, try to destroy you essentially.
Right.
And I know it's kind of off topic, but it's kind of just to what you were saying, but that made me think about something that I was going through, and how, like, I was observing a situation where this person was complaining about people. Everybody's against her, and everybody is, like trying to harm her, when in reality it's you, but you also equipping people with the weapons to try to harm you.
Right.
But
you're giving them the ammunition to shoot you with.
Yes.
That's real.
And you also just, recouping what you done gave out. It's just time.
Yeah.
And just because you are trying to change who you are in the moment doesn't mean that your past doesn't still have consequences.
Yep.
You still got to eat the consequences of the past, even when you move on from the past.
Yeah.
Like,
So
sometimes
it's something
it's
we always
always
talk about, accountability.
yeah.
Accountability.
And you were a psychology major, were you not?
I majored in psychology.
Oh, okay.
And I had a minor in English and philosophy.
Okay.
Dope.
So no, that's why I had to put that. But see, again, that's why I like the dialogue, because that was before I got into it with my professor. That was one of my majors, and so I still got all my books now, which I'm thoroughly. But I kind of like the dichotomy of where, because I already know she's coming from another perspective, even if it's not where this is where I am.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
consider this thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I know where you coming from, because you coming from like, okay, I'm in the word, like, nigga, consider this thought.
Right.
And so, hopefully, for the people watching and listening, like, you're hearing everything, and you're able to bring it together, and you come to your own conclusion. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, whatever it is healthy for you. You're not, I hate to use the word toxic, but you're not toxic to other people. You're not hurting other people. You're not gaslighting other people. But you're you're considering other people's point of view, and then the way that you maneuver and move is you're protecting yourself, but not at the expense of hurting others.
Definitely, yeah. We don't want a minute, man. But Lex, I would definitely appreciate you coming through.
I blame Alexis, and this is not me taking accountability.
Y'all gotta have me back.
That's on you, Miss, not answer the text and call.
She don't answer.
That's the
At
best.
all, nigga.
I do.
She don't
2
answer.
days later,
I'm here.
Exactly. Look. She here.
she's like, "Cool."
You,
I'm like, "Wait, when did that?"
You got a website or anything with your stuff?
My Instagram is Lex Yvette, And my
Yeah.
TikTok is Lex Yvette. So LEXYVETTE. That's where all my things
We'll
are.
make sure you put out, because you got all your food and stuff on there too, right?
Yes.
All the food, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So we do that, y'all. To just check her out, cause I think cause she be popping on the socials and stuff. She be popping.
You know, definitely
man.
with the food. She hadn't been vlogging as much and going in it because
I've
she
been on
used
TikTok.
to.
And
She would have her glass of wine or Patron. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
she's like, let me tell you another thing.
Patron
Like
was
she
sold
going
5 years ago, so please give me
okay.
like. I'm
Say, give us some say
Okay.
Give me some,
Patron.
bro.
Yes, I don't do Patron no more. But
So what is it now besides wine?
She said mimosas, didn't she?
Yeah,
You said
I like
mimosas?
champagne and I like wine.
Okay, champagne is when you go to brunch. But like,
Not necessarily. I could drink champagne on a regular day.
So
Or
just
in
in a
the-
regular, like, so you ain't got no champagne in the house.
Uh-huh.
What are you drinking?
Wine.
You ain't got no wine in the house. What are you drinking?
A seltzer.
Seltzer.
You said,
wow.
now see, this that
Like
politically
the
correct
tequila
pandering stuff I'm
soda.
talking about.
Like a tequila soda.
Because I already know JB.
Seltzer.
JB is drinking Gentleman Jack. JB is drinking a Cosmopolitan.
I
I
can't.
like the Cosmo.
You know what I'm saying? He will occasionally drink some cognac, depending on what day of the week it is.
You know, I feel, man.
You see what I'm saying? So
Now
like,
I'll make myself a lemon drop. Like,
now that is not wine or
Okay.
champagne.
all right, I'll make myself a lemon drop, but I don't. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all, until next time, continue with that executive mindset.
And most definitely keep it presidential.
Salute.
Arrivederci. Bow.